Social Proof Live, free smoke. We are here, ladies and gentlemen. Now is the time that you want to share this with a friend, family, loved one. If you don't share it, you don't love them. It just is what it is. You're thinking about somebody right now, and you're not sharing this with nobody, and that just means you don't love the people that you're thinking about. Ain't that right, Nella? That's kind of a little bit what that means.
That's definitely what it means.
That's definitely what it means, for sure. We're going to get this conversation going, man. As everybody joins in, man, I want to know where you're tuning in from. Where are you tuning in from? We on YouTube? We on Instagram too? We going? We there? Okay, let's rock and roll. I'm excited about that. We here, man. Before we jump into it, I just want to know how everything's going. The world, we're living in a wild world, man. So I got a couple guests with me today. How was y'all week?
Busy.
Busy?
Yeah.
What you mean?
Decided
Put
to
the mic a little closer to you too.
Pardon me.
You good.
So I decided to go to the Bahamas like a day before. So I took my family over to the Bahamas for 2 days, got back home, and then...
You decided to go the day before.
Yeah.
Oh.
So I sold out my kids. They go to school. One is in school in New York. The other one is in school in Connecticut. But they both had a few days off from school. So it just made sense. So I looked up the Bahamas. So we went to Atlantis for a few days. But even though it's a vacation for us.
Is that how you get down on a regular basis? Is that your lifestyle? That's what you be on? Tomorrow, let's just go to the Bahamas?
I do. I'm very last minute. I'm working on that, though.
Yeah,
I'm working on that. I'm really working on that. And then I had to come over here. So at 1 o'clock, I booked the flight to come here. And then, yeah. So it's been
Why are you so last minute, bro?
I'm working on that.
But why are you last minute, Tina? Has it been
I don't know. I'm very spontaneous. So some things are planned out, but most things is just like, if I see it and I have the ability to do it, I'll just go ahead and do it.
So here's the thing, though. I don't know, spontaneity and last minute, it might be two different things. Spontaneity might just be your vibe, but last minute almost gives a negative connotation. What else do we need to go?
Yeah, because waiting last minute to do, like if you know something in advance, like hey, I'm supposed to do this in 2 weeks, and you wait until the day before, that's last minute.
I do that, bro. I spend... You're not gonna believe I don't have my flight yet for.
Oh, that's me.
That's me too.
Yo, it's like the day. Like I don't order my flight till like the day before, a couple days before. Even though I know for a fact, without a shadow of a doubt, I'm going.
I'm so bad with it. I won't even book the room sometimes. Like, it's terrible. The flight, the room.
It's horrible. Like that's me with flights. Horrible.
We all gonna get better, man. So I guess introduce yourself, man.
So I'm Jerrell Dinkins. I have, how you doing? So I'm Jerrell Dinkins, and I have a mentorship program called the Employee Exit Plan, where we help people basically create a solid exit plan from their jobs by leveraging other people's platforms and properties. So like renting apartments, put it on platforms like Airbnb. So that's one of the main things that I'm working on right now.
I like that. All right. Welcome, man.
Thanks for having me, man. My name is Darius Benders. And what I do is I help entrepreneurs start, grow, and scale their businesses by means of leveraging 0% interest funding specifically. Put them in the best position.
All right, how was your week?
It was good. It was this week I worked on just being more organized, sort of like what he said. So just really for me, it's been about like time blocks. I never really was doing that before. Just been kind of, this is my to-do list and my notes, just doing things. So this week I really focused on it. It's been good. It's been a good week.
Good. All right. Anything interesting or weird happen? Yeah, weird stuff happens all the time. No? Y'all looking at me crazy. Like, weird stuff don't happen. Like, yo, why did that just happen? Golly. That you just, it's a lesson, or somebody does something that you just can't figure out what would possess them to do or say the thing that they said or did. And that's just one of those things. I don't know if anything extraordinarily weird happened to y'all today. Or this week, but anything? Y'all good? Just a regular old entrepreneurial week?
Nothing weird.
Give me an example. Like, do you have an example of something that weird might happen to you?
It's on your mind, for sure.
Yeah.
It's on your mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let
it go.
Bro. Weird stuff happens. So, explain what you said, then I'll give you a good example.
Explain what I said.
You said it's all in your mind.
No, I said it's on your mind.
Oh, yeah.
Because you brought it up.
No, I be
It's
trying.
like you
I be
ready.
trying to know what everybody else's trials and tribulations is.
Oh, okay. I'm saying we're here. We're here for you.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. For sure. But like things that you don't expect, or you're like, you can't figure out why it happened. In hindsight, we know why it happened, right? There's something that happens negatively, or somebody. I remember everything is going good. I have this kiosk in the mall, and everything's going good. And a guy that I really consider my little brother, because I helped him. He's at the kiosk because he needed an opportunity, and I kind of mentored him. And somebody called me and was like, yo, I just picked up a shirt. No, he said, I picked up 2 shirts or something like that. And I need to see if, I can go exchange one of them or something like that. So, and it's early on. It's early in the day. So I'm just checking the sales, and I'm like, ain't no sales for the day. And I'm like, I called the guy like, yo, wait, any traffic? And he's like, no, we just got started, not yet. Weird, weird things, you know what I mean? Why would you do that?
So,
But the challenge is, I just wasn't in a good position to let him go. Of course, I had to let him go, but now I got to stop what I'm doing, go up there. I got to work at the kiosk for the rest of the day because I don't have nobody else to come in. It's just one of them things, bro.
you find that's something that you address immediately. Like, all right, we got to talk about this right now.
Stealing, of course. Stealing, of course.
No-brainer, yeah.
Absolutely. Because my mind goes to, this isn't your first time. You know what I mean? And especially I'm unorganized, which means I don't got inventory counts and stuff like that.
Do you think that happens more with the people that are close to you? They say don't hire your family or your relatives, because you said this person was like a little brother to you.
Yeah. No, it's just humans. Humans are selfish.
People are weird.
Yeah. I think if they don't have some sort of affinity to you, it's easier for them to do that kind of stuff. I'm sure that he was tormented about it, but he needed to get the money. Yeah. So, and I could have, how you have maybe a tough conversation with somebody, how they receive it isn't always how you intended it, or how they received it isn't how they said they received it. So it could be some sort of information that they needed to know, and they're like, yo, you right at the end of the day. But now the justification is, yo, he got money, he ain't gonna miss it, it's all good.
Right.
It's like, no, we gotta nip that in the bud. I need everything.
Do you feel me?
Yeah, absolutely.
So weird stuff happens all the time. I'm getting more and more comfortable with letting people go and firing people out of my life. I'm getting more and more comfortable.
Yeah, me too.
Is it different whether your relationship with the person is grown or whether a new person, or is it black and white?
I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care.
care.
Once you do something weird, bro, it's over with. For me,
Yeah.
it's hard for me to get back into the mode of even trusting you again. I have that issue. Nah, it's too many public platforms. You on Instagram? Is this a safe space? Is this a safe space?
Yeah. It's not even. It's not.
Five safe.
It's only us in here.
It's just us here. One of my biggest challenges is let's say with me and my wife, is if we have some sort of friction that all marriages have, I just go radio silent. I have nothing. Come on, with the judgment. You said this was a safe space.
Nah.
Almost unhealthy. Come on, bro.
When you say go deep, what do you mean radio?
Yo, what's up with you?
Go deep. No, because I'm thinking now it's triggering me because that when I have confrontations with my wife, I'm like, I gotta get out the house.
Yeah.
I'm exiting the house.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna argue with you. It's over with. I'm just not. I don't have anything to say. And then the answers get shorter and shorter. So what do you think about that? It's cool.
This sounds like y'all need an AA meeting.
But would you rather us stay and just so for me, it's if I sit here and we going back and forth, the way I look at everything is based on time. I'm like, damn, I just spent 30 minutes. I could have been doing something else. So for me, I'd rather just exit. You get your steam off, I get my steam off, and I can come back and just get busy.
Nah, but here's the problem. I don't even got no steam. I'll leave and then come back, and I still got nothing to say. She's like, you hungry? Cool. I'll eat a little something, and that's just my vibe. I'm working on me. It was so funny, y'all. Like I'm working on me. Yeah, I'm working on it. But anyway, man, we're about to have a good conversation today. Hey, listen, share this live out with 3 to 5 people, okay? Immediately. Share this out with somebody. If you are joining us from the wonderful land of Instagram, this live will self-destruct shortly. So you need to go on YouTube. Actually, you might as well pin that. This live will self-destruct in 5 minutes. So go on Instagram. Go on YouTube. It's not actually going to self-destruct in 5 minutes, but if somebody's coming on right now, they'll think that and they'll just come on to YouTube. Mm-hmm. So for those of you that are actually listening right now, that is definitely my finesse. Okay. So anyway, let's get into the conversation. What do we do? We do welcome first, or what we do first? You've been going that long, David. Intro. Yeah. Oh, intro. Yeah, bro.
Intro, house rules, then we get into conversation.
Oh, bro, I was throwing up last week. I ain't throw up in 15 years, and I'm letting it all go. I'm talking about. I'm coming out both sides. Yeah, it was wild. I had a day. I'm talking about a bug. My daughter's in the next room. My daughter Corey, my 13-year-old, she's letting it go too. All I hear is like it's crazy. So, but it literally only lasted maybe like a day and a half, and we right back. So, let's get this show started. Huh? It took some of your memory. It's been a minute. Hey, let's get the intro started, J Star. You want to hand him the mic, give him the intro, let him intro his song. So J Star got a song. He created a song. I always tell people the background. He did one verse, and I ain't like it. Not that I ain't like it, but
is he doing one every week now?
He ain't got the work ethic.
That's a lot.
I was watching something, and I saw something. I was like, oh.
He ain't got the work ethic yet.
Yeah, I know he up for the challenge.
Hey, chill. Definitely got the work ethic.
Okay.
Definitely got the work ethic.
Did you write another one?
I'm working on it.
Which means
I'm working on it. That don't mean that don't.
In my dreams, okay?
Listen, I'm on it.
How are you? Hold on, no. We gotta.
Oh man.
Yes, J Star. How are you on it? When we talked about it, I wasn't even here last week. We talked about it 2 weeks ago.
We did talk about it 2 weeks ago.
Okay, so where are we at?
I've been working on it for 2 weeks.
You're working on one verse for 2 weeks?
Yeah.
It's gonna be good.
Because listen.
Nah.
Just say it, you can't rush greatness.
Hey man, listen. It got to be fire, and I'm not about to put nothing out that ain't fire. So if I don't think it's fire, I'm not bringing it here for the whole world to be like, yo, how the third verse ain't better than
Hey,
the
listen,
second?
J
We not doing
Star,
that.
I'm telling you, if it takes you 2 weeks to write a verse, that's a problem in 2024. I'm just telling you, you gotta continually produce more content than everybody. This ain't 1997 where you craft this one perfect song that's gonna go on the radio and they put some money behind it. It ain't like that. It is a volume game. It's a volume game. It don't work like that no more. You can't write one verse every 2 weeks. Do you know if you write one verse every 2 weeks, and it's probably gonna be 3 weeks because it's been 2 weeks and you still don't have it yet, but one verse every 3 weeks, that is 20 verses, less than 20 verses a year, which a song, it used to be 3 verses, is 2 verses. So if we have a 15, it would take you a year to write 15 songs. A year to write 15 songs. That's crazy.
That's like an album a year.
No, that's like writing an album a year. It still takes longer to pick the right song.
Yeah.
No. We're not even talking about recording. We're talking about
just the writing.
Writing the verse, which means that's an album every 5 years.
See, David want different verses on the same beat.
Yeah.
So that's the thing though. Like, writing a verse on the same like.
Switch, Zell. Come on, stay focused.
No, you good. No, I just think. I mean, I don't know. I don't even have no excuse. You know, I ain't even trying to make no excuse.
Good.
I
That's better than coming up with something.
What?
Just saying, I don't have an excuse. I don't have a reason.
Yeah,
that actually makes me feel.
I
good.
don't. But I'm working on it. I'm working on it. But let's go. I'm with, I'm with the challenges, man. You challenged me the first time. So
I'm pushing J Star. When he
go,
become a huge artist, y'all gonna be like, oh, I remember them days. He was. Let me tell you a story real quick before we get started. So I would y'all know a story. I was talking to CJ, and y'all know Toby Nwigwe, right? Mm-hmm. So I remember going to CJ's house for coaching, and he popped in this CD of this person rapping, and I'm like, oh, well, it's nice. I like it. Mm-hmm. I wasn't like floored, but it was good. Mm-hmm. And he's like, yo, this is an artist I'm about to start working with. This was years ago. I used to come to CJ's house. And every now and again, so I would have to come every single week for a coaching session. And it seems like he'd be talking to Tobe on a regular basis, but he's like blacking out this one time. He's like, yo, bruh, you need to be more consistent. You dropping these Get Twisted joints once and you missing weeks. And he's like, yo, you can't find no videographer. You right next to a campus, you throwing parties. You can't, like, you ain't got the work ethic, bro. Mm. Like, you think your talent gonna hold you? And like CJ is really blacking out. He's like, yo, don't call me until you find a videographer and you start getting consistent with these joints. So I saw the process of the Get Twisted Sundays that Toby used to do, because somebody is on his neck saying, bruh, this ain't, if you either gonna play, you either gonna do it or you're not gonna do it. Because there's somebody out here that I don't have to waste my time on, and I ain't gotta tell them to get to work. They just get to work and they get busy. So, and here he is, Toby. If he didn't have that, he wouldn't be Toby that we all know today. So, J Star, let's get this song going.
Look, I ain't got time for this small talk. Your big plans coming up short. I call it how I see it, don't get mad at me. In a room full of winners is where I'd rather be. Every new level you reach come with jealousy. You gotta watch the way you move, we call it strategy. Official with the game, Curry with the 3. If you need some social proof, you know we got receipts. But don't you never let them doubters win. Watch your back, your biggest foes can be your closest friends. They say the enemy is just your enemy. Quit trying to do life by yourself, you need community. Need somebody with wealth that did it by themselves. Why you stressing about them people who deny your help? And keep on making moves with no apologies. But if they want smoke, we get that for free.
Yeah, okay.
We get that for free.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like it. All right, fellas, give me. How y'all feel about this? How do y'all feel about the song?
I think he snapped. Did his thing.
Yeah, okay. I like it.
Yeah, I like it. That was the second rendition. I can't wait for the third.
Yeah. That's the second one.
Yeah, that was the second one.
I like that.
Yeah, Jay, run it back one more time. Hold on.
You gotta listen to the word. You gotta listen to what he's saying, though. It makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely.
Look, I ain't got time for this small talk. Your big plans coming up short. I call it how I see it, don't get mad at me. In a room full of winners is where I'd rather be. Every new level you reach come with jealousy. You gotta watch the way you move, we call it strategy. Official with the game, Curry with the 3. If you need some social proof, you know we got receipts. But don't you never let them doubters win. Watch your back, your biggest foes can be your closest friends. They say the enemy is just your enemy. Quit trying to do life by yourself, you need community. Need somebody with wealth that did it by themselves. Why you stressing about them people who deny your help? And keep on making moves with no apologies. But if they want smoke, we get that for free. We get that for free.
All right. That is by J Star. How you feeling, J Star?
I'm incredible, man. I'm incredible. The people love it, but I'm with the challenge though. I'm with going back into the booth and making it happen. So yeah, thank y'all for y'all feedback. Appreciate y'all.
Hey, do you think is it good if somebody, like, if you hear a song once and then you can kind of like complete some of the bars?
Yeah.
Does that make it good?
Yeah, I think so.
You singing in the
Well, what do you
head.
mean?
No, I was like, you played it the second time, and I was able to complete some of the bars that you said.
Yep.
Right.
You know, we were, I think somebody was talking about it 2 weeks ago, and they were saying, yo, you shouldn't change up the song because people start to follow along with it.
Yeah.
But I was actually explaining, I'd much rather push Jay to keep creating more music at the expense of people not being able to follow the song. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that was our conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's what I said.
for
That
sure,
was like
for
Living
sure.
Single. You think about Living Single, you remember
Yeah,
the tune.
it'd be better. It'd
Yeah.
be better for the show, but I think it'd be detrimental to Jay Star. So
I'm with it.
there we go.
do it.
All right, so we're about to get this thing started, man. We got some special guests in the building, but y'all know I always have my rants. Today's conversation, and answer it in the chat real quick. Make sure y'all sharing this out with 5 people. After you shared it with 5 people, just comment done that you shared this out with 5 other human beings, okay? So the topic of conversation is, are entrepreneurs born or made? Somebody throw it in the chat, your answer. What do you think? Do you think entrepreneurs are born or made? Do you think it's some sort of innate? Turn me up in headphones a little bit. I really like this. I like this beat. Is there some sort of innate entrepreneurial gene inside of a Steve Jobs? Is there something innate inside of somebody that just won't stop, and they have these ideas, and not only the ideas, but they're willing to go execute on the ideas? Just because you have good ideas doesn't make you an entrepreneur. It just makes you someone with good ideas. But what is that thing inside of a person that makes them actually go after their dream? I don't know. I think I've always had it. So I don't know how I can really identify with the person who does it. Because I've always had it. When I look at somebody who doesn't, I look at them and think to myself, if I were you, I just create it. I'm going, right? But again, I'm not other people. So I want to know, are entrepreneurs born or made? I think one of the questions we got to ask ourselves are, do you really want to be an entrepreneur? And that answer is going to change based on who's answering the question. I don't think everybody should be an entrepreneur. However, I do think everyone should do something entrepreneurially. Right? I think not everybody has to be this entrepreneur, this like mogul that's going to go build something, but I think everyone should build something, have some sort of idea in their head. I don't care if you don't make any money. Like, I want to start this movement where I'm feeding sandwiches to homeless people every single Sunday under a bridge. And let me see if I can get a couple people to come with me. And then next week, let me get a few people to come with me. Next week, we have 7 people that come, then 12, then 15. And we start this whole movement of people doing something good. I think that's a part of the essence of entrepreneurship. I have an idea, and I want to make this idea happen. Even if you're having a job, the entrepreneurial thought process says there's another level and there's more money. There's another person who has another level at my job that they're going to make more money. Question to myself is, how do I get to that position? And I think that's very, very important. I think everyone should think like an entrepreneur. Not everybody's going to start a business, get your LLC, all that kind of stuff. But I think it's important to start thinking like that. But you do have to ask yourself, do you want to be an entrepreneur? And what makes you want to create? Makes you want to build something. Has to be some sort of why, if you don't already naturally have it. And we're going to have conversations on all these topics that we're discussing right now, fellas. But I just want to lay a foundation of what this conversation is going to look like. Because some people are being influenced to be an entrepreneur, and it ain't in you. You need to find an entrepreneur and work for them. And nothing's wrong with it. That just fits your style a little better. But you want some sort of freedom. You don't want nobody to tell you nothing. So you become an entrepreneur, not understanding that more people get to tell you stuff. When I had a job, there was like a couple of people that could tell me something.
Thanks.
My boss tells me what to do. Sometimes his sideline boss tell me what to do. I'm not doing that. When my boss tell me to do that, I'll do that. I listen to one person. As an entrepreneur, you gotta listen to all the people that work for you. You gotta listen to all your customers. You're last to eat. Like if something goes wrong, no matter whose fault it is, it's your fault. Are you ready for that? Especially people who don't want to take accountability. You know what I mean? Like if it's not your fault, you're tempted to blame it on the person's fault it really is. But you can't do that as an entrepreneur because it's all your fault. Here's the kicker though. When everything goes right, it's never because of you.
That's facts.
It's always, if a video goes viral, you put out the most amazing content in the world, it was how the videographer edited it or shot it. Yeah, oh my gosh. This is, no matter, as this show becomes extremely successful and we got 10,000 people tuning in every single week, it's not because I had this amazing idea and I'm preparing and crafting the essence of a show. It's because Nella keeps the comments going. Zell is switching like a madman. It's going down. It's the person that uploaded it that put it out on time, because if it wasn't for... And all of them are correct. But you have to be willing to not praise yourself for the winning. Are you ready for that? I'm telling you, I think this entrepreneurial thing, I think some people are just born with it, and that doesn't mean that people can't be entrepreneurs. It just means they have to work a little harder to manufacture this feeling. And I want to let's open up the conversation, man. So welcome to Free Smoke. We got some announcements that need to be made before we jump into it. Nella is here. Nella, what's your title? What are we calling you?
What are we calling me?
I don't know. I think you need a title though. Like
I think so too.
I don't want to just be like, hey, Nella. You know what I mean?
MC.
Nah, it's gotta be something more. It gotta be something better than that.
Not producer.
All right, we're gonna figure it out.
We're gonna figure that out.
We're gonna make something. Okay.
We're gonna make a title, y'all.
You're dressed unusually upscale today.
Oh God, I knew he was gonna do this. I knew he was gonna do this.
Yeah. Y'all see what they doing? You see what's going on right there?
Magic.
That's cute right there.
I like that.
That's cute. Nella.
Here we go. He just couldn't help himself. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Free Smoke Friday. Of course, you guys already know you in Big Mama's house, so I got to lay out the rules. I got to lay down the house rules. First and foremost, if you haven't done so already, make sure you go ahead and hit that like button. Share this live with 5 of your friends. As we established early on, if you don't share this live, you really don't care about them, like, at all. Like, it's just... point blank period, okay? But then also, if you love the information that is being given to you today, make sure you go ahead and drop a super chat. And that super chat isn't going in my pockets. It's not going in Dave's pockets. It is being used to go out to the inner cities, not just Atlanta, but inner cities, to teach children, young adults, about entrepreneurship. So Dave and his friends are going out there, and they're going to be teaching these kids, because guess what? Some entrepreneurs are born and some are made. All right, but let's get into today's conversation. Let's
get it. All right, so fellas, I would love to hear your perspective. Is entrepreneurship, are some people just born with this special thing, or is it based on environment? Is it what are your thoughts?
I think entrepreneurs are made, but I think winners are born.
You think entrepreneurs are made,
right?
Winners are born.
Mm-hmm. I think.
Explain that.
So some people just have this thing with them that they have to win. Like in everything that they do, you hear these people that it's like everything that they touch turns to gold, or everything that they do, they win at, right? So I believe like some people are born with that winning mindset. Like everything, for me, like everything that I go to do, I want to win at a high level. I have to, like it's a must for me. But as far as entrepreneurship, it came because of exposure. When my mom was exposed to certain things, and that's when I wanted to journey into entrepreneurship. But before that, I only knew what I knew. and I worked a job. I got a second job. Then I was exposed to entrepreneurship, and then I was made into an entrepreneur.
Got it. So you didn't automatically think, I want to be an entrepreneur, but you always knew you wanted to win.
I always knew I always knew I was going to win at whatever I did. In fact, I never wanted to be an entrepreneur. Like I would say, it's just not for me, until I was exposed to something that led me to say, you know what, this is for me.
Oh, okay. What say you?
I believe it's both. The reason I say that, I look at my life, I've been an entrepreneur since a kid. I was the kid who had 2 lockers. I would get in trouble because like one locker I sold stuff out of. I go to the store, get all the stuff from the store, and I'll sell it, upsell it. So I believe for me, it's always been in me. And then I look at like my father was an entrepreneur, my grandfather was an entrepreneur. So in that sense, I would say definitely, based on the fact that they were, early I was exposed to it, and I think that definitely played a big part in it. But I also believe you're made because mindset is everything in this game. And you touched base before we got into it, and like, people think that entrepreneurship, it looks so glamorous, but really, yeah, it's a skill set game, but it's really a mindset game, especially like you said, when the money's coming in, it's great, it looks good, it's on you, but when it's not, no one's to blame but yourself. And just having to fight, different trials, tribulations, be persistent, is definitely the hardest part. So I would definitely say, because of that, it definitely has to be something where it's developed.
Do you think some people will never win?
Yes.
Well, everyone has the ability to win, but will they do the things that require?
Do you think that some people don't have the makeup to ever win?
Yes. Absolutely.
Really?
Without a doubt.
Why do you say that so confidently?
Because like people train, like you train your mind. Like to me, like everything you do, you're training yourself to win or to not win. So if you set out to do anything, right? Whatever. Hey, I'm going to make $100,000. No, I don't want to make it that deep. I'm going to do whatever this week, right? And then you don't do that thing. You're telling yourself, oh, I'm okay. It's okay. Like I didn't die, right? And then people do that, and they do it with the small things, and it's just like they're just okay with not doing the thing they said they was going to do. So they literally train themselves to not win at anything, and they go about their entire lives doing that, and they just blame other people. So I see it happen all the time, and I look at people and I say, you can always tell, like, that statement, how you do anything is how you do everything, right? And you'll see people, and I could just tell, like, yeah, they're just doing a bunch of things, but they'll never win at it because it's that same mindset. They've been training themselves for long, and I see them in everything that they do, they don't win.
Dang.
Well, I'll play devil's advocate on that. So I'll say I definitely agree that, based on their actions, it'll dictate what they'll continue to do. But I believe also sometimes people just aren't sick and tired of being sick and tired enough. So, we all might have had a situation where maybe something happened, like that one thing, it made you say, all right, something has to change like now, right? It could have been something like, for example, maybe you said, hey, I'm going to keep losing weight. You keep putting on weight, and you hit this scale. You're like, all right, now today's the day that I'm shifting no matter what. But I do also think that what happens is as we get older, we get more set in our ways, and then it becomes harder to break those habits. So that's why I can see what he's saying. But I believe sometimes you just gotta get to a point where, like, you're tired of your situation. And I believe everyone has the ability to change, but will people do it? That's the hard part.
Do people have the ability to change, though?
Absolutely. Let's talk about environment.
I think, man, how can I say it? I think the possibility, there's some people that are so deep rooted in who they are, it becomes nearly impossible to change. Nearly impossible, right? So we see the people who maybe you grew up with, or, like y'all was in the sandbox together, and because of they're the type of person that always has to be right. And because that is who they are, and the older they get, and this is extremely important, the older they get, the more callous they become in that thinking.
Thanks.
So you really can't tell them how wrong they are, and because they're never wrong, they can't receive information, which means they will never ever grow, ever. It's just, I don't know, it's just so piled on in who they are. Some people will forever lose.
And then the people who try, like the question is, do you keep trying? Like for me, like once you see that, it's like, yeah, I'm not gonna waste my time trying. If you, okay, you're right. Like I'm exiting the conversation. You're right.
But you weren't. Were you? You were saying you always wanted to win, and I think the wanting to win, and actually doing what it takes. Hold on 1 second. Tanny, shouts out to Tanny for the $10. Let me see that right fast. One time for the one time. Tanny, appreciate loving the live. My guy had me leaving my meeting early. That's love right there. That's my guy. That's the podiologist right there. And also Dope World for the $50. Thank you. We are going to be investing into young entrepreneurs. We did one 2 Fridays ago where we just supported all the businesses, but we are taking all your super chats and the seeds that you guys throw in the ground, and we are going to continue to affect change in the lives of these young people. So, difference between always wanting to win and having mindset to win and actually doing what it takes. There's a difference there. Mm-hmm. Have you always been both?
Yeah, so I'm gonna change the word wanting to must. I must win. Like my mind won't let me lose. Like I have to win.
You're wired that way.
Yeah, I'm just wired that way.
But you didn't do anything to become that.
No, it's just that's always been in me. So that's what I said. Like winners are born. It's always been a thing. Like whatever I do, I have to perform at a high level. Like I'm never just going to be the regular person. Like, hey, you're just on the team. Like, no, I need to be the captain. I need to be the best rebounder. I need to be I need to be like, I have to be that person, So I believe like winners, it's a must. Like they must win. There's something programmed in them that they must do it. Losers want to win. Some of them want to win. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Some people want, and then some people must do it.
Flip side for both of you. For someone that must win and must lead, that's not necessarily the best trait, because your kind of people don't really play well in other people's sandboxes in terms of like, if I'm the leader, like you always want to lead and be better than me. So it could be a dangerous, toxic situation where you're always in competition with people you don't need to be in competition with.
See, when I say must win, I didn't say like be the top person. So for me, if I play basketball, right? So for me, when I say a must win, I'm going to do whatever it takes to win. So if that calls for me to just rebound the basketball, I'm just going to rebound the basketball. I don't have to score the most points.
Are you sure?
I'm positive.
It's easy to say that.
Yeah. I'm positive.
AI, he had the I must win mentality and kept losing. Mm-hmm. He did not win. Am I right? Because he had to, I must win. You ain't going to win. You ain't got that killer instinct. You ain't got the skill set. So it's on me to win. However, there's a difference between I must win and we must win. And sometimes you can't do both.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Yeah.
Give me your thoughts.
I would say, like going back to like what you just referenced, like winning. Like, so I'm big on, like you said, winning is a must, but I would prefer to win the championship and I was the second best scorer on the team than to lose the championship, but I put up 40.
It's so easy to
but
say
this
that
is
now,
this is what I say, like say you're playing with greats, right? And I understand that right now this person might be a little better than me, but I'm okay with taking the backseat because I know that if I'm around that person enough, I'm learning everything they're gonna do. It's just a matter of time before I'm gonna be the leader. And it's just like winning is contagious. You can't be around winners and not winners. So that's my take on it.
Yeah, it's just so easy. It's easier saying it in this scenario than you have someone that, I was actually just talking to somebody yesterday. You have someone that you mentor and they work for you and they've been helping you and y'all winning. Mm-hmm. But that person begins to want to build their own brand and really start like going out there. And now that could be looked at as your competition, even though they're not always your competition. But now there's some friction because No, I'm the guy, and you're my Robin. I'm Batman. You trying to be Batman? I'm not about to be Robin now. Well, I raised you. It's not that easy. It's not that easy. I'm just from personal experience and seeing a lot of other people in that space. It's just not that easy, bro.
So if a person was someone's mentor, right? If they're a good mentor, in my opinion, they should want the person who started as their mentee to surpass them. That would, because at the end of the day, it's only leverage for you as the mentor. Yeah, I was a person that helped that person come up.
You married?
No.
You married?
Yes.
So you'll be able to relate. You have a difference. You hear each other out. You should see where that person's coming from, and you shouldn't. Or you can end the argument with agreeing to disagree. But there's one thing in your head where you're like, "Oh, I'm about to win on this one." You shouldn't say it. You shouldn't say it. You shouldn't say that dagger that I know I'm going to win this argument with. Nella, you probably got some daggers where, you know what? I shouldn't say this.
Don't bring me into this, David.
I'm going to go and win this one. You shouldn't. But you say it anyway. So you should want your mentees to kind of grow and surpass you. But you can't negate the feeling of, okay, well, now this person is my competition, which you'll see a lot of people at the tops of companies start to suppress certain people because I don't want you to lead. You're a great number two. You're an amazing Batman. You're an amazing Robin. But now you're trying to be Batman. It don't feel good. And until you're in that scenario, you really can't identify with the feeling. All you can say is, a good mentor should want their mentees to win.
No,
Unless it's
maybe
network
it's just my
marketing, 'cause
personality,
that's lit.
huh?
Unless it's network marketing, 'cause
Yeah.
the more they make. unless they cut off your income and you don't get to make money, you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, I was in network marketing for 7 years.
So you want them to win because
Yeah, for sure. It's just I don't know. I don't know if it's just my personality. Like I have somebody right now in my program. She started, met her through Instagram. She came up, and this is with specifically like my Airbnb program, right? And now she has her own program. She has a mentorship, and I promote her. Like when I see her, hey, I feel like I don't need to suppress her, and she's still in my coaching program. Yeah. And she does calls for me. And she works with me too, but she has her own thing. And I'm telling her, nah, you should do this, change this, do this, because I want her to win. So I don't know if it's just my personality. I don't see that. I think we can exist in the same space. I think it's more than enough people. Why? Because my coaching style is different. I'm going to relate to people how I relate to people, right? She's going to relate to people how she relates to people. And I have no problem with that. I have no problem with us coexisting and both being short-term rental coaches.
Yeah, for sure.
So this is what I'll say too, because you did have a good point. So I think it depends on the business, right? In the online space, as online marketers, there's so many people. If one person wanted to serve everyone, they couldn't. But when I was in the nightlife industry, right, which was before what I do now, I'm from Boston. It's a small place. So I started working under someone, and they had the only urban night in the city. But when I wanted to do my own thing, then yes, there was definitely friction, because now me eating takes away from that person. Yeah. Right. So in that type of scenario, I could see how someone could, see you as competition. But in the online space, I feel like it's a little different because there's so many people.
Yeah. I mean, but there's still the feeling of insecurity that, again, that's something that's innate. Yeah. These feelings of insecurity, bro, they're not like, I don't know if anyone teaches you them. You just feel a way and you're like, oh, I don't know why I feel this way. Actually. Like, a man, woman, I'm the breadwinner in my house, right? But let's say my wife starts something and she starts really building and she becomes lit and she's making more money than me. Even though, logically, we got more money in the household. Right. It's cool. I don't care how many Amazon packages you buy. That's your money. It's cool. But there are a lot of men that would feel a way like,
yeah, for sure. Sure.
I don't like it. That's definitely ego.
Yeah.
You want to say something, Nella?
I was about. What? Y'all gonna have
Remember,
to
y'all dressed the same, okay?
I was just about to jump into these super chats real quick because y'all going crazy today.
they going
What-
crazy?
what? It's because David came back and y'all. That's how y'all feel.
We appreciate the
That's how y'all
love. Let me see them chats, man. Let me see who we got.
All right, so Devin, thank you so much for the $9.99 super chat.
My
My
God.
brother crushing the game.
Appreciate it, family. Thank
Character in the making. Thank you for the $35 super chat. Love what you're
you. Character
doing.
in the making. I wonder what that's about. That's hard.
Oh, so character in the making. That means you're gonna have to join live when we open it up.
Oh
for
yeah,
discussion.
yeah. Join live.
All right.
I want to talk to you.
All right, next up, Nayetta. Yo, y'all. If you don't
she
know
at?
about
Where she
Nayetta,
at?
but you got small kids, look, she dropped the $10. Yeah, she dropped the $10 super chat.
Rock with
right there.
Nayetta. Listen, Nayetta's working with us right now to get our kids to sleep in their own bed.
Wow.
Bro, it's a.
They've been
That's
struggling with this.
Y'all got kids?
Yes.
How old yours?
One is 7 months. The other one is 5, and then 11.
Is the 5 still in your bed?
Yeah. Just
Wow,
he
bro.
gets he'll go to sleep in his bed, but then when you wake up, he's there.
Exactly, bro. That's
He's
my
there.
2-year-old,
Yeah, he's
man.
there, like he's just there.
This is really. I really want to talk to a psychologist because it's almost making me look at my kid like, yo, get out. I'm trying. You feel me? It be ruining my whole little grown groove. Like, you know what I mean? I can't do the thing that got you here. Get on my bed. So
Nayetta, looks like you might have to call in too. All right.
Nayetta is the baby whisperer, man. So,
I like
Next
that.
up,
Ooh, that's
King's
nice.
Chambers. I wasn't able to do your spill
You
last
couldn't do
week.
it?
I couldn't do that last week, but thank you, yo.
King's Chambers beard oil, man. Listen, last week I had patches in my beard. I had I'm talking about because I was born with inefficient hair follicle growth, but I started using King's Chambers. See how it's filling in?
Oh, I need that King's Chambers. Then.
Might need to holler at
So
her.
I gotta cut all mine off every time. Like it ain't happening.
Listen, man,
My
y'all
baby
making that
struggling.
King's Chambers. Hey, listen, you want to magically grow hair out of nowhere? Rock with King's Chambers. I appreciate you, my brother.
Next up, Christopher. Thank you so
Y'all
much
here.
for the $1.99 super chat.
Hey,
And
listen, man, that $1.99 is big. I appreciate that, man. Thank you so much. We appreciate any and all support. That's amazing.
And surely not least, because I know not last,
Oh,
but
Joya
surely not
Bean be in the
least.
building.
Joya Bean be coming in. Thank you so
Absolutely.
much for the $19.99 super
Yo,
chat.
all the people that gave super chats, man, make sure y'all join in when we open it up for like the live Q&A conversations with our guests. This is going to be really, really good. I want to talk to y'all, man. I want to talk to y'all. So, all right. So where were we, y'all? Okay, let's get into what it takes to become a successful entrepreneur. Let's put ourselves in the mindset of the person who I have something special, but for some reason, nothing I've ever done is materialized. Does that mean that it's just not for them? Because I'm sure they might be feeling those feelings of insignificance, like maybe it's never going to happen for me. I remember being 20-something years old thinking, bruh, success is a gated community. You got to be invited or you got to get lucky. I don't know anybody's going to invite me, and I have the worst luck in the world. So I just don't know if I'll ever be that person that I saw an example of, right? So let's talk to that person. They've been trying for a little while. What advice do we have?
I would say the first thing that person has to do is because, entrepreneurship, when you're by yourself or when your environment, like where we grew up, like it was very rare that people were looking to start these businesses and actually go all in on them. So the most important thing I was going to tell you is you got to find some people that's like-minded, because when it's just you and yourself, you get all these thoughts. You got people around you, maybe it's your mom, maybe it's your cousins. They're like, you need to just go get that job, or hey, so-and-so is hiring. But when you find those people, it could just be one person and they like, yeah, I'm on this mission. This is what's working. This is what's not working. Or maybe nothing's working, but at least they can keep you motivated and keep you going. I believe it's about finding those people and then staying in the game long enough, right? So I always say, like, the work's going to work. It's usually just going to work on you until you become the person that it's ready to work for.
Yeah,
Right.
Got you. What about the feelings of insignificance, like it's never going to work, which is a good possibility. It's a high possibility that no matter how hard you try, it will never work out for you. We don't want to have these conversations with people, but it's very possible. We've seen people 60, 70, 80 years old. They've tried their entire life to get something going, and it just hasn't worked. So what do we say?
Are they doing it? Are they doing the things that's required though? I think when we talk about that number, like 80% or people failing, but it's like if you're not doing the things that's required, you're going to be in that percentage. But if you do the things like getting in the room, getting around winners, getting access to the information, you literally automatically pass like 70, 80% of people. So then you're fighting with the other 20 to 30% of people. And now it just comes down to, I believe, like being obsessed. Like how obsessed are you with getting it done? Like we look at the greats in anything. Kobe Bryant's, the Tom Brady's, the Michael Jordans. They're obsessed with the craft. So I think you're gonna pass. You're gonna enhance your chances just by being consistent, getting around winners who are in the thing that you're looking to do, and just continuing to sharpen your tool set. Because like for example, where we're from, nobody believes in investing, right? And we were once those people. Well, I was once those people, like spending money on information. That's crazy. But as I saw that the people who were winning were doing that, it was a no-brainer. Because at that point, well, I'm already losing in life. Well, I'm not where I want to be, so I need to do something different.
Yeah,
I think that's what, like, people don't know what's required. You say like if they do what's required,
sure. Yeah.
they don't know what's required. So I would say like you don't know what you don't know, but you think you know.
Yeah.
You don't know, like you think you know, but you don't know. And one of the best things you can do is get around people who do know.
Yeah.
Right. One of my mentors will always say, get around the thinking that outthinks you. And I always do that. Like I always get around people that are thinking in ways that I don't think, that can see things in me that I don't see. And that's what allows you to go out there and really win at a high level, because my thinking is not enough, because if it was enough, I would be there.
Wow. Y'all really just had like a real realization. And I've said it before, but I think when you just started talking, it really just hit, man. If you talk to the people who have tried for a long time to win, none of them have mentors.
None of them.
That's real. Because it's like me trying to, I got the grind and I got the hustle, but it's me coaching me.
Yeah.
And it's like a unsuccessful person coaching you, because you're coaching you and you unsuccessful, telling yourself how to become successful, which is crazy to me. That joint just really hit.
There's a statement, I don't know where it came from, but I heard it years ago. It says the thinking that got you into a situation doesn't possess the ability to get you out of that situation.
The thinking that got you into a situation.
It doesn't possess the ability to get you out of that situation. So if you use your thinking to get, like your thinking got you there, it can't get you out. That's why you need mentorship. That's why you need coaching. That's why you need to be around people like this.
Yeah, for sure. So half of the battle, if you want to become a successful entrepreneur, whether it's in you or not, get around some people where you can borrow their expertise and borrow their motivation and borrow their inspiration.
Absolutely.
Okay, this is making sense. So the overly confident group of people saying, yo, I know I'm going to win, sometimes they could be hindered because they're so gung-ho on the win that they never sit down to figure out what does it take to win. That's why how big are y'all in manifestation?
I'm very big.
Too big?
Yeah.
I hate it.
Really?
I don't like it.
Why do you hate it?
But with work.
Huh?
With the work.
Well, it's a very confusing message because most people, the basic crux of manifestation is I think about it, I see it in my head, and I'm using the law of attraction. And I really despise that message.
Because you feel like it leads out to work?
I do partly too, but I think it's needed too.
Explain that.
Like, if you just say, oh, like, I'm going to manifest this. All right, well, you got to do something else with it, right? Or like, I'm going to have faith and it's just going to happen. No, it ain't going to happen. You have to do some sort of work. So if you're that type of person, then yeah, I hate that statement. But if you're the person that that if you can, in life you don't get what you want, you get what you picture, right? So if you can picture things and say, okay, this is a constant picture in my mind, and I'm going to work at it.
Yeah.
Then I think that works. So if you can, you have the manifestation, but then you put the work behind it. But then there's some people that have the manifestation. It's like, well, okay, I'm manifesting it. It's going to, next year it's going to happen for me. New year, new me, right?
Yeah.
That's like I said, that's what I said, like partially. Like part of me is like, yeah, I don't like it. But the other part of me is like, it's what's kind of needed as well, because you have to picture things. Like you have to see it first.
Got it. I think I came from, did you have something to share on that?
No, I think you hit it right on the head. It's like faith without the work is dead. Like the manifestation is good, but you have to do what's required as well.
I think I'm always coming from, and call me a pessimist, okay? And I think most people say I have the wrong mindset when it comes to this, but I built some really cool stuff, so you can't really say my thought process doesn't work.
Right. Sure.
So my thing is, it's never been, this is going to work. The way I see it is, this isn't going to work unless I figure something out. It's not like I'm like, all right, well, I'm gonna build out $1 million brand or I'm gonna make $10 million. I don't necessarily historically put the 10 million on the wall and say, this is how I'm gonna do this. My initial thought is, I'll never make 10 millions being who I am today. There's some things I need to fix.
That's good though.
It's so good.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So even when I say that, people that are extremely less successful than me say that's the wrong mindset. But I'm saying I'm always looking for the holes. I'm always looking for the issues. Right. I'm not like I'm not that hopeful that life will just hand me what I want. I'm always of the mindset that life is fighting against me. Yeah, you don't ever feel like that? You can't be going in the same direction. Name a time where something went according to plan.
Never. In entrepreneurship, never. It's constant pivoting. It's constant jabs. It's constant getting knocked down for sure. So and I think after you've been in entrepreneurship for a while, you kind of, like you said, you have that understanding. Yeah. So you don't wake up ever thinking, because this month you might have did X amount, oh, it's lit. And the next 12 months, if I do this, it's just going to keep happening. No, you're prepared for those seasons. We know there's slow seasons, there's slower seasons, there's high seasons, but that's something that comes with time. A common mistake someone would make is thinking, because if you come out the gate, maybe you hit, $50K, $100K your first month, you might be thinking, oh, it's lit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But then it's going to show you quick. Yeah. Maybe like, what the hell happened 3 months ago, 4 months ago? So part of the process.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah. All right. I hate, and I'm looking at the comments. People hate when I be talking like this, because I don't think the universe has the best intentions for me.
Well, they say successful people are good problem solvers. So you're solving problems.
That's true. Yeah. Listen, man. If you let the world just be the world, and you just wake up and just think that the world or universe or whatever y'all be calling it has like the best plans for you.
Yeah.
Bro, I'm always thinking, okay, I got to get ahead, because I know that whatever my big plan is, so I have an event, July 4th and 5th, Podcast Summit. And I was telling somebody, I said, there's going to be a lot of booby traps along the way. I don't know what it is, but something weird is going to happen. I know it. And they say, well, you're manifesting it. No, I'm preparing for it. I'm just preparing for it. Like, that's like getting in a boxing ring saying, I know that the guy's not going to touch me. Yes, he is. So you got to watch the game tape and I know that punch is coming. Let me just prepare myself for this punch. Okay. In your own individual businesses, name a scenario or something that proved to you that you're the right person to be building this company and building this wealth. Like, what is it about you that when these things happen, this is how you navigate it?
Did you say it was something wrong?
Yes. So
you talking about like on a problem? Because I heard two different things.
Well, for me, I'm continuing to prove to myself that I will continue to grow. Because one thing that I'm impressed by myself is my ability to immediately start thinking solution. So maybe it's something innate, right? Where Zell's gonna come with a problem and he may talk about the problem for a minute. My mind automatically goes, okay, the problem's here already. So my mind automatically goes to what is the solution? That's something that I continue to prove to myself, okay, I'm the right person to be leading to this company. So what is it about you where you say, yo, I have this, it's something about me that lets me know I am him?
For me, it's when problems arise, right? I always think like I'm just like a very like common sense kind of person. So I think, well, if it's working for these people, and I know these people who are doing the same thing, who probably have the same strategy as me, right? And if I see it working for them, but it's not working for me, it's just like I see the simplicity of like, okay, cool. There's something we have to figure it out, and I'm always willing to figure it out. Like those things don't cause me to say, well, this is not for me, or well, maybe, if it's working for them and they're doing the same strategy, why is it not working for me? Let's figure that out. Yeah. And I've always been that type of person, which always forces me to grow.
How long you been at Airbnb?
And Airbnb itself, 2019.
So, okay. I think David indirectly uses the law of attraction. Y'all be, all right, bro. All right. Somebody said, who was that? KN said David hates manifestation, but he's always talking about it. Cause it's my fight, y'all. Airbnb, short-term rental space has had significant challenges over the last 5 years. What is it about you that makes you still say, I'm gonna keep doing it? Because I had my little Airbnb, the joint didn't work. And maybe it didn't work, but I didn't figure out the problem. Right. I didn't figure out how to solve it, right? So what is it about you that says, okay, I'm just gonna keep fighting against this industry that keeps changing on me?
I'm not fighting against it. I'm just doing what already works. I keep it simple. So for me, I'm okay with staying in my lane. There's some people out there, let's say in the Airbnb game, I'm gonna get houses and this and places, and I'm gonna get Airbnbs in every city. For me, I'm like, oh, this is working. So for example, right, all of my Airbnbs are 1-bedroom units. Why do I get 1-bedroom
intentionally?
Units? Right, I get it intentionally. Why? Because most people, like, there are gonna be more people looking for a 1-bedroom unit. If somebody's traveling for work, they're not gonna search a 5-bedroom house. If somebody, if you got the group of girls that wanna go and turn up, and there's 4 of them, they're probably gonna look for a 1-bedroom that can sleep 4, save the money and split the cost. If you have a travel nurse, somebody that's traveling for work and they got to be somewhere for 3 months, they're gonna look for a 1-bedroom. So why am I spending time? Now, I'm not saying it's not good to go get a big house. I just know if I have a bunch of 1-bedrooms, they will always be booked. This is why my units stay booked. Another thing that I did, right? My prime market is Nashville, right? Nashville, when I first started this journey, I wanted to get units everywhere, Atlanta, Nashville. I'm like, everywhere I go, I want to have an Airbnb. That's how I thought at first. And then I came to the realization, I said, if I'm making $2,000 or $4,000 in profit per unit on 1-bedrooms, why don't I just keep getting more there? So guess what I do? I got 7 in this one, in Nashville, and I'm gonna get 10 more because it just works. I just stay in my lane. So when all these challenges, Airbnb, most of them are like, these big homes and like, oh, they're not getting booked. Cool, I stay booked.
But you've seen a lot of people come in the game and then leave the game, right?
They're doing a lot. They're trying to do, they see something, like right now, one of the big things, you see people getting these Airbnbs overseas. So now people are like, oh, shiny object syndrome. Like, let's go do that. For me, I do what I do. I do what works because it works.
Right, and that's what I'm trying to break down and find out what is it about you that can keep that focus, because I'm sure once they change something, you gotta who wants to keep going with the changes and stuff, and they just do something else, right? But there's something about you that says, I'm gonna figure it out.
Yeah, champions adjust. I mean, that's life. The only thing constant is change. So if you know that in life, the only thing that you can guarantee that things are going to change, if I know that, why am I fighting against it? I know it's going to change. I'm ready for the change. And I always put myself in a space where I'm learning. You know, like I went to a short-term rental conference the other day. Why? Because I'm continuously learning. I want to know, okay, what are the changes? What's happening? How do I adapt?
Listen, I hope y'all getting this, man. And it made me feel like I had the wrong mindset and I should have kept my little Airbnb. I quit.
Where was it? Like
It was a one bedroom. One bedroom. Yeah.
Located here?
Cool. Yeah, in Atlanta.
Atlanta got a lot of there was a lot of bad
It was nice, right?
bad Airbnb news out here. Like Airbnb in Atlanta is it's just like a negative, like social media. Everything's always Atlanta. Like Airbnb is canceled in Atlanta. Airbnb is not canceled in Atlanta. You just need a permit in a certain area.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So
Gotcha.
it's just a lot of just negative news. And you know, people, the negative news, like every time there's something with Airbnb, I get people that sending me DMs like, oh, they're sending me DM. I'm not responding to you, brother. Like, why are you sending this to me? But sometimes I get happy when they send it to me because then I'll turn it into some sort of, you know, post that'll go semi-viral or something.
Yeah.
Right?
And there will probably be less Airbnbs because when people see negative news, they run. Mm-hmm. That is and we don't look at it like that, but it's a special trait to like not hear negative news and run, especially when there's a lot of people saying the same thing. So, Darius, what is it about you that that you know this is one of the reasons why I keep winning?
My answer is very simple. Nothing difficult. I just know me, and I know that, like, I'm always gonna do what's required. Like, I don't, not to sound like arrogant, I don't know anybody that can outwork me. So when things really like aren't working, okay, we're gonna make it work. So like, you know, in the credit and funding, people might say, oh, it's saturated, or, you know, oh, everybody's doing it. But I just know like 80% of people aren't gonna do the work that I'm gonna do. So for us, it's just about, if something's not working, how do I either go back to the foundation of what was working, or we need to figure out where the gaps and the holes are in the business and fix it immediately.
So I actually did say something that I don't even know. I was, and I said it a couple times, but so you do funding or credit repair?
Funding.
Okay, all right, cool. All right, so good. You won't be offended. Every time somebody try a business for a while and it don't work, they like,
I know it. I already knew you was going to say, yeah.
The default is credit repair. The default is credit repair.
Somebody been pushing Shopify for 2 years. Now they doing credit repair.
Oh, bro, 100%. Have you been in the
They need the software, right?
Have you been in the blogs or been attacked by anybody yet?
I haven't gotten attacked by anyone. You get the regular, like, oh, these, you know, credit people, scammers.
Yeah.
But nothing personally.
Nobody came at you yet? Smitty, anybody hit you? Yeah, oh, for sure.
They coming.
Hey, yeah, man. So let's start taking some calls. Y'all can call in right now, socialproofhotline.com. That will lead you in, and you can join us. What up?
I was gonna say, y'all gotta have your cameras on.
Gotta have your cameras
on, and be appropriate too. But cameras on, all right. Cameras on. You can't come on live if we can't see you, all right.
Yeah.
So go ahead, hit that link.
Absolutely. I think we might have missed some super chats too while we have people joining. We want to, especially if you gave a super chat, we want to hear from you. And this is a really good opportunity for, you know, more exposure to your business. I know if I was just calling in, I could just call in and people can like hear my little message and get my brand. I'm out here. All right. So do we have somebody else? It was a new one?
Yeah, we have a couple new ones.
Ooh,
so first and foremost, from Pair Program LLC, thank you so much for the $19.99 super chat. We greatly appreciate you. Kay-Ann, thank you so much for the $5 super chat.
Love.
She coming at you about the manifestation.
Little shade. It's all good. It's all good. So we got to call in. Was that Danny? All right, here we go. Our first call in for the day. Let's do this. Danny, what's up? Can you hear me? Okay, we got to call in. Mute your line. Not mute your line, but turn your YouTube off for the day. Or turn that audio off. What's up, Ian?
Yo, what's up, bro?
What's happening? How are you?
I'm doing phenomenal, man.
Turn your YouTube off. Good.
Oh, got you. One sec.
Make sure you turn the sound off on your YouTube.
Got you.
Okay. All right. Cool. What's happening? How are you? Is it on your phone?
I'm great, bro. Is it better?
No. Keep your camera on, but the YouTube that you're listening to over there, mute that.
Oh, got you.
Yeah, because we're getting feedback.
How's that?
Oh, it's perfect. How can we help you, my brother?
Hey, bro. So first, to start off, I've been watching you guys for so long, so much game. I'm an entrepreneur myself, bro. Been in for over like 10 years now.
Wow.
Different journey, different ventures. Recently, I'm now building a brand called Laptop Travelers. I'm already a world traveler. People know me for that. My Instagram is International Dan with 2 N's. And I'm trying to take this brand global, working with clients, but also trying to connect with other businesses, specifically airports, coffee shops. And I'm really trying to get the brand out there from a business perspective. We're working on the businesses. Do you have any advice?
First, and I'll let you guys kind of get your advice together. But you haven't started the brand yet, right?
No. So I started the brand, bro. The site is laptoptravelers.com.
Okay.
And so starting this brand, bro, like people so people know me from doing it from like, yo, he's a world traveler, he
All
does
right,
credit, he
real
does
quick. How long has the brand been operating?
so we've been building for 2 years, but now we're actually launching, like we're driving traffic to the site.
You've been building what for 2 years?
The brand, Laptop Traveler. So like everything on the back end. So I've been promoting it, like, hey, and mind you, Dave, like people already know me for being in this space, but nothing has ever been like official.
What does the company do?
This is an accident.
Yeah.
So we do a couple different things, but to keep it really, straightforward, we teach financial literacy and digital creation. Like for me, I always tell myself that like I'm a big thinker, so I want to help people take their ideas and bring them online.
Like digital products.
Yeah, it's solid.
That's what it's
No,
saying.
no. So yeah, digital products. So for starters, guys, like I recently wrote a book called Start Now or Regret Later. It's a business book. Half of the book is personal development. Half of the book is really teaching somebody the basic steps from having an idea to building it out from LLC. Your DUNS number, all the exact steps to now taking the idea and bringing them online with it. But that's just one step, right? The other side is, like I said, I became a credit consultant. This was 2 years ago. So I've been on this journey for myself, but now I'm like, hey, I could really do this for other people, in that space. So talk to me, Dave.
I've seen you before.
Have you?
Yeah. Not you, but I've seen you for sure. So it sounds like you've been building this brand for 2 years, but it doesn't take 2 years to start teaching somebody entrepreneurship, and it sounds like the
So,
messaging is a little confusing.
so,
It
gotcha.
sounds
So,
like you're
bro,
a
let
little
me.
bit all over the place. And you wrote a book, and it's like laptop seems like it's about traveling, but a little bit about entrepreneurship. And you said you've been an entrepreneur for a long time, and you fix credit. You've been an entrepreneur for a long time, which seems like you've. And I'm just like speculating,
Yeah.
but you stopped a lot of stuff in your day, and it's just I'm just hustling, just trying to like grab straws as an entrepreneur. And I think maybe, possibly, one of the biggest issues you have may be focus.
So I would say this, right? That definitely has been a really big issue for me of starting different ventures. This is not my first company. I've had other companies too. So 1,000%. But Laptop Travelers is my personal brand. That's where everything works from. And if you go to my website, literally my first thing is build a digital empire. So we're now keen in on like if you was to go to my website, you're gonna know me for doing two things: digital creation, and most importantly, being a world traveler using credit to for my personal self. But now I'm going the other way and say, hey, I want to teach what I've done
You said laptop
Laptop travelers.
with a S.com.
Travelers. Okay. All right. Y'all have anything to share?
I mean, I would say this, like when I started my journey as an entrepreneur, I didn't want to be like locked into one specific thing. So I wanted to do, like, because I felt like I could add value in all these different spaces, entrepreneurship, digital marketing, Airbnb, like all these different things. And I mean, at first that was my thinking, but then I realized that you really have to kind of hone in on one, like what is that thing, right? What is that thing that where you become synonymous with that industry? Like people, when they think of that, they think of you. And I think like what David was saying is like, when I hear you, it's like laptop traveler. So I was like, all right, travel. Then I heard like credit. Then I heard like entrepreneur. Then I heard digital marketing. Like there's not one thing that I could say, okay, he does that. Mm-hmm. Or when they think digital products, they think you. Or when they think travel in the world, they think you. Like what is that one thing? Focus on there. And then all the other things that you are good at, it'll just be extra value. So for me, I believe like my business started to really explode when I stopped being the person that didn't want to be locked into that thing. Now when you think of Airbnb, you have to think of me.
So I would just say like, if somebody was to ask me, like my audience, because me traveling the world literally goes back 10 years when I was in the Navy. So that's how I actually got introduced to traveling the world. I was in Australia and places like this at like 19 years old. So that's where the spark hit me. It was like, oh shoot, I got to figure out how I can do this for the rest of my life.
Right.
I've literally traveled the world, but what I've used was my story of when I was young, like 20 years old. I had poor personal credit, like 400s. So I told myself when I started my first company, I was like, yo, my friends came to me, it was like, yo, we need access to credit. And I had poor credit. So I was like, yo, one day I'm going to turn this ship around for me, but then I'm going to get certified and teach people while traveling the world. And everything I'm doing is just from I used it for myself. Let me teach you how I did it.
All right, so
and
Messenger.
laptop travelers.
Messaging.
Yeah, messaging.
You just gotta work on
clarity,
messaging.
yeah.
That's it. Just messaging.
Yeah.
It's just my
Messaging.
messaging. Gotcha.
So you have clarity. So next time you get a question like, what do? You need to have your one-liner. I help who do what. And then what'll happen is you'll build so much trust with the people by teaching, what you've actually done and what you've accomplished, that on the back end, you now have those other offers. And that because you've helped them get to where you told them you would help them get, whatever the end result is, now they trust you. So if you want to offer, your credit or all the other services you talked about, then you can do that to those people. But at first you need, like he said, synonymous with that one thing and be super clear in your messaging.
So if I was to tell you my one line was, I help people become laptop travelers from a build your personal and business credit to now travel the world and create your own idea and bring it online. Now, obviously, that sounds a lot, so there needs to be a one-liner for that.
That's it.
But that is the essence of what I want to do and help people is
So how are you
help
helping
them
people
become
travel?
a laptop traveler.
Oh yeah, for sure. You need to be in the morning meetup for sure, because that's one of the major things we focus on is I help X do Y by Z. I help who accomplish what by what means. It's gonna be really hard for you to share that, especially all right. So I'm on your website. We've got merch, okay? We're selling T-shirts with this laptop traveler, and the T-shirt's $100. No one you don't know has bought that. I'm positive. We also have our book for $100, which no one you don't know has bought that either. It says, Start Now or Regret Later. The subtitle is The Power of Self-Awareness, Unleashing Your Inner Entrepreneur. One of the headlines on the website is Dan Loves Credit. And on the homepage, the only offer is to book your consultation or class for business consulting, credit consulting, or credit enhancement class. This site is all over the place.
Got you.
All over the place. So listen, if you're going to fix people's credit, write a book about credit. Mm-hmm. Your whole website needs to be about credit, your understanding of credit. If I went to your page, it's probably a bunch of everything everywhere, when it really needs to be about you expressing your extreme knowledge about credit. But we want people to be entrepreneurs. It's all the other thing I said, but take out the word credit and make it entrepreneurship. Now, I'm sorry. One of your ways in helping people become entrepreneurs, helping them fix their credit, but front facing on the website, we don't need to know that. We need to know that you can help somebody go from A to B. My book is called Dreams Are Built Overnight. I don't know why. Goodness gracious. Dreams Are Built Overnight, how to make the transition from your day job to your daydream. This book is not teaching people how to go from 1 million to 5 million. My whole audience isn't about teaching someone how to go from 1 million to 5 million. You're never going to see me do the webinar on scaling a business necessarily. My audience of people is the ones that's starting and they want to get to that first 100,000, first few $100,000 as an entrepreneur. Now, I have a couple different markets now because I've grown a brand and I'm teaching podcasting, and I have bigger offers for podcast consulting and bigger offers for entrepreneurship, but I'll never put that out front facing because I have a specific group of people that I'm going to help them do a specific thing. So you need to lock in and focus. All your years of entrepreneurship is killing you right now. Because now we're just hustling. We're just grabbing straws. We're just putting all the stuff that we do on the website. We'll put the t-shirt on there for $100 and the book for $100. And the pictures do not give a $100 book on this website. So you need a target. If you're going to put laptop travelers, your branding needs to be, I thought it was travel.
That's what I thought it was too.
Yeah, me too.
But
at first.
guys, it is travel. Like literally right now, I'm about to plan a 3-month trip where I'm traveling the world.
There's nothing on the website that says you're helping people travel.
Got you.
Or learn how to travel.
That's
That's something to teach.
So the way I have a marketing guy, right? I'm part of this mastermind, and
He's terrible.
He's telling me like we're gonna use
Fire that man.
But hold on. I just
Your marketing guy. Did he do the website? Did he do the website?
No. But look, go. Bro, we created because he told me the same thing. He's like, yo, we got to niche down, but for Instagram, we'll use ClickFunnels, create like a free PDF for credit, for travel. And I already created all these things. And then use that free PDF.
We don't need to create one for credit and travel. We need to create one for credit or travel. If you're going to be the travel person that's teaching people travel hacks and how to travel and how to make money, how to make money while you're traveling, all that kind of stuff, go in that lane. But if not, just go credit. Leave the old travel thing out. Yo, so I was just telling somebody today. It's like almost like say it again?
You use the points, the travel points, the whole credit card strategies that is used to build your credit card profile.
So your messaging needs to be clear in that. I teach people how to travel for free by means of leveraging credit. Now I'm like, oh shoot, that sounds interesting. Let me see what he's talking about. So again, it goes back to you for your messaging. The reason we were confused is because we started with the traveling, and we couldn't really see what result did you help a person get to with the traveling, and then you kind of threw in. It seemed as though you just threw in the credit and the digital products, but now it's becoming more clear. So it sounds like you're looking to teach people how to travel the world for free by leveraging credit. Is that correct?
1,000%.
Okay, so then that needs to be your messaging. And what you need to do is you need to go to www.credittocashplay.com and spend 5 days with us, and we're going to show you how to be able to leverage your credit. You know, you sound like you got a credit business, help other people go out so that you can grow efficiently and effectively.
Website. What's the website?
Yeah, www.credittocashplay.com.
Credit to cash.
Credit to cash play.
The number two.
Gotcha.
So what?
I'm part Dave. I'm part of Dion's group where we use for the credit people. We literally use
Dion here
If I
too.
can make him appear. If I can make him appear right
Dion
now.
in the building. That's what's
I appreciate
up.
you guys though, for real, bro. And yo, Dave, I've been literally looking, bro, to join your meetup because I've been, following with the whole new building. I was gonna purchase that so I could come in and see you guys in Atlanta, quiet as kept.
You said you're about to buy a building in Atlanta?
No. You and Donnie are buying a
see,
building, right?
got you.
And you guys had that offer, and I was literally gonna purchase that so I go see you guys in Atlanta and meet you guys in person.
Gotcha. Let me ask you, if I did see you at an event or something like that, what's one question you would ask me?
So, to how to take a brand global. If I wanted to take my brand global, how do I take my brand global?
Got you. Okay. The only challenge with that question is I would ask you to tell me about the brand, and you would immediately confuse me. So I'd have to go like a layer deep of, let's find out what type of brand are we going to take global, because as it is now, this brand is not global ready, because it's hard for us to capture like and hang on to what you're saying exactly. So you for sure need to just stream like your messaging, just how the guy said. All right,
Bro, if I come to Atlanta, can I meet you guys in person? Can I shoot you in the DM?
say it again.
I said if I come to Atlanta, could I come to the office and meet you guys in person? I would love to do that if that's possible.
If you're in the morning meetup, we record
I was about to say.
weekly.
Okay.
And go ahead, you can say it, Nella.
I was going to say the way you do that is by joining the morning meetup. And you can do that by going to www.themorningmeetup.com.
I got you guys.
All right, man, pleasure meeting you, brother.
Pleasure to meet you too, bro. Thank you for all the game.
Yes, sir. Can somebody see if that pizza's here? I am starving. Okay. So guys, what do you think about our last conversation we just had with my man Danny?
Thought it was helpful
Messaging,
for him,
yeah,
for sure.
very helpful.
Messaging and clarity.
Yeah, I think what he has that I think he probably has the hustle, and he's willing to get a coach.
Mm-hmm.
And what's most impressive about him is it seems like he's actually coachable.
Yeah,
Yep.
definitely.
Got to be teachable,
Absolutely.
coachable, and reachable, and he's willing to do it. He's willing.
Yeah.
What do I need to do to come meet you guys in person? I was thinking about purchasing, taking the offer just so I could come meet you. Like that.
That's the
He's got
mindset.
something, right?
That's
Yeah.
it. Mm-hmm.
Kids
A
got
willingness
something.
to learn.
Definitely.
Kids got something.
Yeah, man. So y'all get like questions from like people who want to like pick your brain, right?
Mm-hmm.
What are you finding in these attempts to pick your brain? Like from the people that are asking questions, are you finding that they're asking the wrong question, or they don't really know what question they want to ask, or they're looking for validation? What are you finding from some people where it's like, man, I wish I could, I'm going to answer your question, but there's so much more I want to say to you.
I feel like it's a mixture of both, like not knowing the right questions. I feel like what happens is, people might slide in the DMs and it just might be, yo, I'm dealing with this situation. What do you think? And especially being in like the funding space, because a person would be like, I'm looking for funding. Should I add trade lines? But it's like, that is way too broad of a question. I don't want to tell you yes or no. Then you go, you spent your money on that, and now you think you're ready for funding when there's a whole criteria that you need before funding. So more so, like, that's why I host a free class every week, because it's a place where people can come in, get their questions off, kind of find out more about me, and then make a decision on whether they want to tap in. So I think it's a mixture of both.
Yeah. Y'all want some pizza?
I'm good.
I don't want nothing to fall on my
Be
shirt.
bougie. Don't just don't.
I'm
spill
gonna be
food
the
on your-
one.
on your shirt,
It's gonna be
bro.
the one dot.
Oh, you what?
And I'm be sitting like this the whole time.
Talk about self-awareness.
like
listen, I know me.
allegiance. It's like,
You want some pizza? Go crazy.
After.
All right. So what are you seeing?
When you say like pick, I don't know if it's just me, but the whole pick your brain thing is always like a little cringe for me.
Why?
I don't know, because I just feel like people just want to, they just want to have a conversation. They want validation on what they know they should be doing. It's like they already know this is what they should be doing, and they just want me to take 10, 20, 30 minutes to validate what you already know what you should be doing. So I think a lot of times every time I've got like the pick your brain thing, and I took it on, it's always been like what they started with, what they know should do. That like at the end, it's still back to the beginning. Like you should be doing that thing. So it's I don't want to say it's a waste of time, but it's just you already know. Like once you say I want to pick your brain, it's like you already know what you should be doing. You just want me to tell you, oh, that's what you should be doing.
Well, not necessarily.
I'm talking
that's
off of my
what you're saying.
experience.
Yeah, that's what you're saying. Like,
That's like
you want
most-
validation almost.
Yeah, you get what I'm saying? So that's been my experience. So now when I get the people that's like, can I pick your brain? It's like, it's like a little cringe for me. So I'm like, do you really want to pick my brain? Or do you just want me to tell you like, oh, validation, like, yeah, you should be doing that.
Well, yeah, I'm not mad at the pick your brain thing, because some people, some people have a genuine question. You know what I mean? And you just need some answers, which I'm cool with. And I was just telling the young lady on the hot seat the other day that if we're in a space, like if we're at the grocery store and you're behind me in line and you're like, yo, Dave, I got some questions, pick away.
Yeah.
I will talk to you and give you whatever game. I will not hold back any information while we're in line.
Mm-hmm.
But when we leave this, after I check out, I'm going home.
Yeah.
And then you might send me a DM like, yo, I got a few more questions. Well, now you got to book something.
Facts,
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So this is when I charge people for information simply because I have to stop doing something else I'm doing to answer your questions. But, hey, listen, you meet me in the mall, ask away. Who we got?
You think
Go ahead.
pick your brain is a way to get free coaching?
Yeah, of course. As they should. I know I do.
Right.
Well, I'm at the airport a few months ago, and I'm telling the dude I'm running late for my flight, and he's like, "Yo, bro, just real quick, I got this going on," and I'm like, and half of my head is like, "Bro, I said I'm late for a flight, like leave me alone." Then the other half is like, I don't want him to be like, "Yo, this dude's an a-hole online or whatever." So it's kind of like fighting that as well, because they be like, "Oh, you guys online, you just want to sell and make money." Well, it's like, a business is only a business because it adds value to people, but it also has to make money, right? So it's like finding the balance between answering those questions, for people, and also letting them know they got to tap in, like you said.
Hey, listen, man. That's what they supposed to do.
Yeah.
I don't care about your little flight. I got questions. Answer or not.
That's really how he felt too.
Let's run together. Where we going? If I happen to see somebody like, I don't know, who would I like? Somebody from my wall. If I see Oprah in the airport, which we'll never see Oprah in the airport, I got a couple questions. It's like, oh, I'm really busy. All right, let's just walk together, Oprah. I'll walk with you. When am I gonna have this opportunity?
True.
Because I gotta win. I only got a short period of time. I got a window. I'm gonna try to impress you in this window, and maybe let me get your number, Oprah. Let me text you. All right, we got a caller, Freddie. What up, Freddie? Freddie, you here, bro? What's up?
He's muted.
Hey, what's going on, family? How you doing?
I'm good, brother. How you?
Good.
You got muted again.
Freddie got the whole setup and everything.
Say it.
Right.
Say something.
He got that ring light going though.
I think you're good.
You hear me?
Yep. What's the word, brother? How are you?
Looking scrumptious.
All right, go for it.
All right. I have an opportunity for my beard oil to be. My name is Freddie Johnson. I have a beard oil, King Chambers beard oil. It was mentioned earlier in the show, and I'm going to be at.
Hold on 1 second, Nella. You got to adjust that.
And kind of nervous about the opportunity because I see how big it is. There's going to be 70,000 people there. So my question is, how can I best maximize this opportunity?
Nella's in struggle mode right now. Just slide all the way over.
He said he's presenting it at an event.
Go ahead. Okay. All right. So I'm sorry. Can you ask the question again? I was distracted.
Don't do it.
I won't, Nella. Ask the question again.
Freddie Johnson with King Chambers Beard Oil. I have an opportunity for my beard oil to be featured at a booth at the Bronner Brothers Hair Show. It's going to be at booth 1532, as a matter of fact. And I just want to know, because it's going to be 70,000 people there, a lot of entrepreneurs, a lot of investors, all different types of folks. So I just want to know, how can I best maximize this opportunity?
What y'all got?
Get as many. I would work on get as many people to get to that booth as possible. I'll have people in the hallways walking. I'll have people with shirts. Like it's really getting people to get to the booth and see what you have. Getting that exposure, because the only thing is when it's like a bunch of vendors. People are they're walking around and they're trying to look, but they ain't trying to buy. Right? So it's like, what are you gonna do to get as many people to actually come and see exactly what you have? So. To get that exposure.
Oh, grab that mic too, Jerrell.
Yeah, so for us, this was our first year. We had a booth at Invest Fest, and one thing I learned some things that I could do better for next year or next time if I do it, and then some things that we did good is like JD said, having people. First of all, having a whole lot of flyers because you said 70,000, so that's a large number. So make sure you overkill on the flyers, and if you can like go a little over the top, maybe get one of those banners, or maybe get like there was this group that had like the money machine, right? Just to draw more attention, and really just like make sure you're in everybody's face. Everybody's getting talked to. Everyone's getting a flyer. Whether you got to put people on payroll or not, because I don't know how much the beard oil costs, but even if you broke even at the event, you know, you're in a semi-subscription type business. So even if you took a little L, right, you're not mad because now you have all these people who know about your brand and who have, you know, you've gotten their name, number, and email, so now you can remarket to them.
Because I feel like with the vendor booths, it's like I don't think you're gonna make. If I had a booth, it wouldn't be to necessarily like sell what I have.
Yeah,
it'll be able to collect as many contacts or get as many names. Like, so I would be thinking more from a perspective of what can I give to where I can now have all these people, you know, watching me, connecting with me, and later on I'll sell, you know. But I'm not going to this space with the intentions of I have to sell this to make money, you know. That booth is for me to get exposure.
So maybe like a free, maybe like a sample,
like whatever I can give, versus what can I sell. Now, of course, people are going to buy some, but my mindset is what can I give, and how can I get as many people out of these 70,000 people to connect me, to know about me, to know who I am, to bring more awareness to my brand.
Yep.
That's good.
And Fred, you know I'm real big on targets too, man. So, what's the target?
The target is adult males ages 30 to 40.
I need numbers. What's the target? What's the objective? I know if I'm going, for one, how much is the booth?
The booth costs $2,500. However, I didn't have to pay for that. I was blessed with the opportunity to jump on somebody else's booth. My target is to sell 100 bottles and to meet 5 investors, as well as to network with at least 300 people, to where I'm literally getting their contact information, phone numbers, email addresses, Instagram handles, however I can be able to effectively get in contact with them. Ideally phone numbers, but you know, we know I'm meeting strangers. So whatever information I can get, I'll just build my trust as I go from there.
So 100 sales, 5 potential investors, 300 contacts.
Yes, sir.
Write it down because I think you just made that up just now. Write it down. So you have the target. And you might think to yourself, 70,000 people by the hour. How many hours is it?
Oh man, I haven't counted all that. I don't have that figure, but it's 3 days.
From what to what?
From the 26th to the 28th.
No, I'm talking about time of day.
10 in the morning. I believe it's over about 8 p.m.
So 10 in the morning to 8 p.m. People will probably start getting active between 11 and really stop getting active about 5. So we got about 6 strong hours per day. If we're gonna sell 100 beard oils, that means we gotta sell about 33 a day, which means we gotta sell about 5 per hour. So every hour you have this target to sell 5 beard oils per hour, and you just don't stop. Because I'm saying, if you're just going in mind with, hey, I just hope people buy, that's one energy. But if you go in with the mind like, all right, I got 5, I did 2 so far, 30 minutes, next 30 minutes I gotta turn it up to get 3. You'll approach it with a whole nother energy. But now you know that every 60 minutes you need to sell 5 beard oils. And if you don't find people ain't walking by, you need to have somebody walking around. Y'all need to have the walkie-talkies. Hey, I see some on my sites. I'm about to go get them. Let's go. We got to make that happen. Hey, we got 23 minutes to hit this goal. Let's go. This is how we need to conduct this mission. This is a mission.
Sir.
Like deep siege type stuff. You got it?
Sir.
Let's go.
so much.
Let's get
Appreciate
it. Let's get it. Congratulations, man.
Thank you.
Marco's Pizza's crazy. I ain't gonna lie to you.
What you said? Who pizza?
Marco's.
Marcos.
On
Okay.
He
point.
good, bro.
Never had it.
I got crumbs on my joint. Lizelle would just take me to. Okay. Anybody else call in before we wrap up? I want to get into like each one of y'all's business, JD. So, what is the primary focus of your business? What does your business do?
Short-term rental. So basically teaching 9-to-5ers, side income seekers, and beginner entrepreneurs how to basically make money without having to own things. And I think it's just a good starting point. And that's why it's called I do a free workshop every single week, employeeexitplan.com. It's called an employee exit plan because I think it's just a solid plan for just regular people to create a good passive income. So at some point they can say, you know what, I don't know if I don't have to work this job anymore. Like now it's an option.
I like that.
I like to really focus on here's my thing. We hear about entrepreneurship and starting businesses, and sometimes people just count themselves out because when they think of starting a business, they think it's like such a big thing or so much money. Mm-hmm. So I say, okay, cool. Why don't you just leverage other people's, platforms, other people's properties? Like for me, I've never purchased a property. I rent apartments, I get permission, and I put it on platforms like Airbnb, Verbo, and I make money. And any person can do that, and they can do it while working a job. They don't have to stop doing it. So that's really my focus, is really helping those people create a solid exit plan from their job, and then they can start using that money and doing other investments and doing other things with it.
Got it. So what does it take for me to leave my job?
Well, once you replace your income, it takes that. That's the first point. Mm-hmm. Whatever it is that you're making, if you're making $60,000, once you get to a point where you're consistently making $60,000 a year doing that thing, then at that point you can start to say, you know what, is my time more valuable, or or should I keep doing both? And that's why I think the beauty of like the short-term rental game is you really have that option, because it literally takes us less than 10 minutes a day to run our business. Mm-hmm. So a person could be working a job and have 10 Airbnbs that are running on autopilot, and they can say, well, I'll keep my job and I'll keep making $60,000 and I'll make $60,000 here. Or they can say, you know what, if I leave my job and give more time and energy to this thing that I'm now doing, I can, go further faster.
Got it. Okay. I make $60,000 a year. Mm-hmm. How many short-term rental units do I need?
1 or 2.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Well, let's rephrase that, because you're gonna have to pay expenses, right? So you're not gonna if you make $60,000, you're gonna be paying rent. You're gonna be paying these different things. So if you made $60,000, let's say via Airbnb, then you probably brought home like a little more than half of that, right? So you would probably, like, each one of my 1-bedrooms, they do anywhere between 50 and 60,000, 50, 60, some do a little bit more a year, each unit, right? So, you figure like after you pay your expenses and everything, I'll bring home, anywhere between like $28,000, $29,000 from that one bedroom.
That's good. Are there any places you recommend not doing Airbnb?
Anywhere where there's not any hospitals, stadiums, arenas, convention centers, popular malls. It's just like real estate. It's like location. So here's probably one of the biggest mistakes people make is they think they have to do Airbnb where they live. I grew up in the Bronx, right? In the Bronx, New York. I'm not putting an Airbnb in the Bronx, New York. It's like, who's coming to the Bronx? How often are they coming to the Bronx? Then when you have a conversation, you don't talk to somebody and say, hey man, I can't wait to go to the Bronx for my birthday, all right? So I'm not doing it there, all right? I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it where people frequent. And then another mistake people make is they do it based on what they believe to be the hot spot. Like, for instance, Atlanta, like everybody who starts the Airbnb, they tell me the same things. I'm thinking about getting one in Atlanta, Miami, this is the first thing they think. And when I started being the person that was pushing Nashville, people couldn't get it, right? Because I don't care about, what I think to be the hot spot. What is the hot spot? Right. I know in Nashville, they're paying $600 a night for a 1-bedroom. Yeah. Damn. This is why I go there. I charge in the high season, We charge $5.99 a night on Fridays and Saturdays. I charge $3.50 a night on a Monday to a Wednesday. Sometimes $3.99 a night on a Thursday. So I know with a one bedroom I make great money, right? So that's where my focus is. My focus is going to be where I can bring that kind of income. But most people wouldn't even think, oh, let me go to Nashville, because they're not like really researching and looking at location. So that's why it brings it back. So where to not do it, don't do it in a location where you just know or you think it's hot. Just like look and actually, look at the market research, see where can you make good money and not have to give a lot of your time and energy. And it does not have to be where you live. So 12 Airbnbs, not a single one is where I live at. They are all in other cities and other places, and we spend less than 10 minutes a day running it because everything is on autopilot.
I love that. Okay. So that is a plan to help someone leave their job.
Absolutely. EmployeeExitPlan.com, baby.
I like it.
Super simple.
Okay. Darius.
Yes, sir.
Tell me about your business.
So we help entrepreneurs do two things. One, get access to capital so they can start growing and scale their business. Because we know outside of the things that we touched based on today, a lot of times it boils down to money, right? Having the proper money. People have these great ideas. They're like, okay, how do I move forward? You're going to run into, you need marketing dollars, right? You're going to need money for inventory if you're in a physical product. You're going to need money to hire eventually. So we teach them how to get access to high limits and funding, and we also teach you how to become a funding company, right? So a lot of people, we get like maybe tax professionals or people who are in the credit repair game that are looking to add money to their income, right? So most people, let's say during tax season, you got all these people that are coming to you, they're getting money back, and you can add to your bottom line just by helping them get more capital. Or someone who's in the credit repair game, instead of saying, well, your credit's fixed, how about if you could add another $5,000 to $15,000 per client that you had? And then we get a lot of real estate investors who are looking for capital to be able to scale in that industry as well.
What is the worst part about being in a financial space?
The worst part is most people, it's a time thing. So most people, they might think that they're ready for funding, and then probably 8 out of 10 times they're not quite there. It could be just one thing that they have to do, right? Or it could be 5 or 6. So that's usually the biggest hindrance in the funding space. Yeah.
Hey, listen, y'all, call in. Somebody eat this pizza. Hey,
Really quick, Dave, we got a question from a super chat for you. It says, David, you mentioned in a previous pod episode using Pinterest and blogging for your biz. Are you still considering using those platforms?
I would love to. Are you going to help me?
Yeah.
Call in real quick.
So
Call
that's
in.
pretty
Let's
much,
talk about
if
it.
he doesn't have to do it himself, he is open to it.
Tell the truth, Nella. That's it. Yo, make sure y'all go to socialproofhotline.com. You can join this call live, ask any question you want. We love to hear from you. These are one of the conversations that need to be had, especially for entrepreneurs. What do y'all think? Y'all think everybody should be entrepreneurs?
No, not everybody.
Why not? I think everybody should be entrepreneurs.
You think everybody should be?
I think everybody should.
I don't think everybody should be a full-time entrepreneur. Sorry.
Everybody shouldn't be a full-time entrepreneur.
Yeah, right. I think everyone should. You don't have to be a business owner, but you need to be at least investing. You need to find your way to make you some side income. So you're not a business owner, that's okay. That's not you. But take your money that you're making from your 9 to 5 and be putting it into something so it can grow.
Yeah, I got you. I mean, what y'all be doing with y'all money?
Reinvesting.
Yeah.
Honestly.
A lot of us
Right
goes
now,
back into the business.
Hold on, let me just say, side note, man. I am, shouts out to Rashad.
That's my boy, too.
I am extremely, the whole outfit thing, Rashad, bro. I'm having a hard time with the prints and the minks. And I just know, I think, this is what I think, though. I think Rashad had his outfit first.
Oh, for sure.
You know what I mean? They was like, yo, we going Prince and Mix because I'm already lit. Now y'all got to figure this thing out. I'm running the risk of being swaggerless next Tuesday.
Oh, yeah. Now Rashad be having.
You're not pulling up in the mink?
He be having the fits.
A mink.
Oh, mink.
How much is a mink?
A lot of love.
Y'all got a mink? You got a mink?
No, I never had one. Never wanted one.
You got a mink?
Nah.
But it's not just minks. It's like
it's
animal
print.
fur. Like the theme is fire.
Nah, it's fire. It's gonna be dope.
It's just. So I was actually. Let me show you what I was going to get.
People going all out, bro. That they putting it together.
Yeah,
flying into New York, Alex, good energy.
Yeah, Alex, what's up with you?
Go and get the fur. My man, him 500 doing commercials at his house.
Yeah, yo, Alex literally. He said he flew up to New York.
Yeah.
To get a mink.
That's crazy.
Hey, stop showing off, bro. That's my guy. Yo, stop showing off. I'm gonna tell y'all after the party where I got my outfit from. Yo, so check this out. I was gonna get this, but you just play it. That's what I was gonna get because it's not. It's fur. It's fur. It's a fur joint. It's tough, right?
Okay.
That sweater was $2,000.
Yeah.
And listen,
you can get a whole outfit with that, but
Say fact.
I mean,
what?
The name is gonna
do it.
I ordered some stuff. Took it to the tailor. They making it look like it's supposed to look.
What you spend on your outfit?
Why can't I do it like after like you? So when they see. To be honest, I'm not like a brand dude. Like I'm not the person buying like the Gucci and stuff.
Yeah.
I just like just different fashionable stuff. So I do a lot of like online shopping, boutiques. I like to find stuff, and then I always gotta take it to the tailor because I'm tall and fat, and I dress like I'm short and skinny. You know, we gonna make it look like it's supposed to look. I can tell you, I got those Moris though. I got those. I had to go back and grab those.
I'm in a real frugal season of my life, man.
Yeah. So don't get that shirt you just showed me. That ain't frugal.
I do got a jacket. I do. Yeah, that's why it was $2,000. It was a dope sweater. It was like it was fire. But really, so I ordered something, and I'm just gonna see how it fit. Hopefully it fit right.
Oh, it ain't come in yet. Oh,
it comes in today.
It's crazy.
Yo, so Rashad Troy, I think this is incredible too, man. Those guys have built, Rashad Troy, Mike, they've built something so special that really gets people excited. And he does stuff like this where it's a special invite only. Oh, and you got a table, right?
Yes.
How many people you got in your section?
I have a table for 8.
You got 8 people there already?
Why you want to come? Join? This is you and wife?
Yeah, it's just me and wife.
We can make it happen.
All right, bet.
Good. Done.
Lit.
I'm out here freeloading.
It's done. Be good. We right by the stage too.
Right by the stage? Oh, say less. It's all the way up. And I have a jacket that I had for a couple years that I got from Suit Supply. It's a nice jacket. You feel it. At least the people in my church, they like it. You can feel the little fur joint. But they do like for Rashad to do this. Here's what I understand. It's not just him celebrating his 40th birthday party. This is a branding play where he has the forethought to say, let me bring together some of the most influential people in this country, especially in the entrepreneurial online space. I'm sure it's going to be celebrities and all that kind of stuff. I'm sure he's got some amazing surprises. But I think it just takes a special type of person to even think to pull one of these off. And now it's like, who's who? Even Dion, he left. He felt the way. He didn't get invited. Yeah, Dion. I was like, Dion, you going? He was like, nah. He said, he said, JD invited me. I just ain't. I was like, yo, you ain't. He's like, yeah, I ain't get my own invitation. I was like, all right, well, you fell away, bro. He's like, no, I'm cool. We'll just. Some people, I'd said it a couple of times too in different circles because I assume, you going to a Rashad party? They're like, no.
I ain't want to go.
Yo, shouts out to everybody that didn't get invited and feels away and is in subtweeting. This is the season where you post, I'm sick of asking to be at the table. I'm going to build my own.
Hashtag self-made.
Shouts out to everybody who didn't get invited. Smitty, you got invited to Rashad's party? to Rashad's party? Sorry to hear that, brother. Work a little harder next year, bro. It's the who's who.
That shit is the
All right. What's that?
You aren't
invited.
invited.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yo,
That's crazy.
Yo, come here, Smitty.
Oh, y'all set that up. Y'all set that up. Y'all thought that was cool.
Show him your hat, bro.
They had to tell him.
It says you are invited.
That's crazy.
Smitty manifested not being invited to the party.
Manifestation. At his finest.
Hey, that meme's gonna go crazy online.
You aren't invited.
Somebody's gonna screenshot it.
That's gonna be the hashtag at the party.
Oh, you aren't invited.
That's crazy.
Rashad, man, you got the streets in a frenzy, bro.
Yeah.
That's
You got the streets in a frenzy.
It's gonna be
Right.
super dope though. Super
Oh
high
my
class.
gosh.
No, that's crazy.
Oh man. Yo, y'all been when y'all become full-time entrepreneurs?
20. So I started my journey in 2013, but 2014 I became a full-time entrepreneur.
What about you?
8 years now. I was 23 years old.
Gotcha. So y'all, and we are the mentorship coaching community is under attack.
For sure.
It wasn't always like this. Like it wasn't always like coach. You could just everybody wasn't willing to share the game, and I too am a coach. So I have a program where I teach podcasting. Like we're in a space where we've done something successfully, and now we teach other people how to do it. But the whole industry is under attack, man. Do y'all feel it at all? Do y'all? What do you think?
I mean, they do say coaching is, I think, the fastest growing business in the world. I seen something the other day. It said by 2030, it'll be the #1 industry or something like that.
So still growing.
Oh yeah, and it will continue.
It's more. It's still growing because there's more coaches joining, or more people are considering getting a coach.
Both. Yeah. Because think about it, you could go spend $50,000 at university, you come out and you still don't know how to make money.
That's a
Or I could pay David Shands $20K and learn how to run a podcast, monetize it. So it's like you got to think about it, bang for the buck.
Here's
It
the thing.
scammed us for a century with that one.
For a whole century.
Yeah. Time. You gotta change with the times, and everything moves so fast now. On the internet, everything is moving like so much faster, and especially when the pandemic, when you have everybody home. And now they get the ability to be home, and now they're watching these podcasts. They're watching. They're on YouTube. They're looking at all these course creators, and they see like the possibility of them actually doing it, right? So you got more people that realize that, hey, I can just learn this online, or I don't have to go to school for 4 years. I can actually get this coaching. And then you see people that's thinking, you know what? I'm good at this, so I'm going to start teaching it. So I think it's going to continue to grow. And at the end of the day, it just is what it is. Like times have changed. This is the world we live in now, especially since the pandemic, where people were home, and that's what everybody saw.
For sure.
And then like you said, personal branding. Like I feel like when when coaching probably first started, or when I first seen it, it seemed like the people maybe didn't look like me or they didn't talk like us. But now it's like you could be exactly who you are. I see women in bonnets, they on IG Live. I see my first ever coach was runway, tattoos on his face, and when you see that, you're like, oh, I could do it, right? It doesn't feel so far-fetched. So I think that also plays a big role in why people are more inspired to get into the coaching space.
Well, that's cool. I think Rashad and Troy too, they had a big, because like, that was one of the things when I started, and I was like, what else am I going to do? And I started watching the podcast, and I started watching these Social Proof and Earn Your Leisure, and I started watching these different podcasts, and I was like, you know what, like this is, I know I'm good at like mentoring. I know I'm good at coaching. I've been doing it for years, but it was just another way to do it now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
for sure. I think even as people watch it, we are all educating other people on how to become successful in a specific thing, right? But I'll speak for myself. There's still like a lot of growing that I need to do, right? There's so many things that I need to really make adjustments in for me to get to the next level. And people think that once you're successful, you're just successful now. But whatever level you get to, it's like when you reach the top of the mountain, you realize you're at the bottom of another one.
Success is never final.
Ever. And it almost gets, it's like the higher you go up, I think the higher you go up a mountain, right, the air starts to get thin.
Right.
And it starts to choke you a little bit.
Yeah.
Even though you're elevating, it becomes harder to breathe. And the more money you make, the more people you have to hire, the more people you've affected or serviced, and the more people you got to be in front of. And it gets a little bit scarier. It's like, yo, you can go up like to a really high place. If you fall, you're dead. But if you're on like the first step of something, you fall, you just hurt yourself. It's cool. I don't think people realize that the higher you go up, the more dangerous it is. More risk, more reward up there for sure. But it's like, all right, let's say you hire some people and you're growing because you're in a season of a great 6 months, so you're bringing people on. But if that next 6 months gets slow,
Still paying.
You gotta pay.
oh my gosh.
Yeah.
It's crazy. So there's a bunch of things that I need to work on as an entrepreneur. And I was wondering if you all had some specific things you can point to say, this is one of my areas of opportunity that I really, really need to fix right now.
100%. I would say leadership. As you hire more and you delegate more because you get to a place where you have to in order to grow, it becomes more dependent on not you doing the thing, but you really have to become good at understanding talent, have to, like for me, like patience, like training people on to do a thing, or, you know, how to vet people who are someone we want, creating culture around your business. Those are things that maybe aren't maybe the natural gifts that I'm like, okay, that's a new level of person I have to become. Being more patient, being more diligent, and those things so that I can effectively help people put in position so now they can replace me, and I feel like they can get done at least 70% of what I can get done doing the position.
I like that. What are you thinking?
For my area of opportunity for growth, it's definitely realizing that I don't have to do everything, and just kind of like letting go of that guilt, like feeling like if I'm not showing up, then they're not getting the value. And for me, I'm in a season where, you know, hiring people, strategically putting people in place so I don't have to do those things, so I can focus my energy on, you know, continuing to learn, continuing to grow, and continuing to be creative. For me, for so long, I felt like I had to do everything, and I was afraid to kind of like push stuff off to other people because I didn't think they couldn't do it right or whatever the case was. And then I started to realize, like, man, if I really want to go to where I'm looking to go, I have to put people in position that can help me get there, you know, and that can take off some of the responsibility of me, because it doesn't only affect you as an entrepreneur, it affects you, especially if, you know, I'm married, I have kids. I realized that I will spend all day in front of my computer. So why do I get to book Bahamas a day before? Because now I started to put people in position that allow me to say, you know what, I can actually dedicate some time to my family.
Gotcha. What's the next step for us? Like, what's that next tier for y'all? I would say for myself, like we got podcast summit coming up, and last year we had 750 people. This year we'll have about 1,500. But my objective is to I want to own this space in the podcasting space. So I have specific targets. Like next year, we need to have 3,000. Can we go from 750 people to 1,500 to 3,000? Can I start being more connected with the big players? And I got a list of people that I want to be connected with in the podcasting space. And when you think of podcast education, there's no other place to go, right? So this is my target. I have a really, really big goal. I got big dreams that I want to own an industry because I just believe so wholeheartedly in podcasting. And taking our morning meetup group to 10,000 members. It's very clear that we got different strategies that are moving right now, but I like to know what it looks like to get, because people look at you like, oh yeah, they've made it, and it's not even close. Right. So what's that next step for you all?
For me, it's more in-persons. I see the authority and the impact of in-persons. I think, you get so used to just the online, the virtual, the Zooms. So for me, this year, a goal I have is to do a few in-person events that I host. Because people always ask, hey, we love it, but, are we doing anything in person? Is there anywhere we can come get together? So that's one thing. And then for me, just specifically building up a continuity. So I started our community. It's been about 2.5 months now. So we're really looking to get to that first 1,000 people in the next couple of months.
Solid. Congratulations. You're not married, right?
Nope.
Why not?
Why not? Focus right now.
I don't know.
What'd he
I
say?
don't know if I'll be buying the Focus. You know what I mean? Like,
You don't think so? Let me
I
ask
don't
you
know if I'll be
something.
buying that.
So,
Bring the mic a little closer to me. Go ahead.
so when you were coming up, were you already with your wife before you got lit? Or were you focused on
Well, it
getting to where you...
depends. It depends on what you're talking about, because I've always been focused. But you can't say, bro. You're not dating anyone, right?
I'm not saying I'm not dating.
No comment.
I'm dating.
Yeah, bro. So what does that have to do with? It means you are distracted.
So look,
That's what I'm saying. I from a single person not being in a relationship, calling it focus I just can't buy it.
well, okay, so when you're dating, here's the difference.
First off, I'm sorry. Do you want to be married?
Yes.
Okay. How old are you?
Not saying right now, but in the future.
How
for
old are
sure.
you?
I just turned 31.
31.
Yeah.
31.
Yeah.
Okay. So go ahead. What were you about to say?
No, I was thinking about how old I am. 31.
Now you were about to say something before I cut you off.
Oh, you were like marriage. Marriage is permanent. When you're dating, you're getting to know a person or people. So it's much more of a high level of commitment when it's a marriage versus just dating.
You have commitment issues?
I wouldn't say that. I commit to the business. We locked in.
Yo, here's what. And how long you been married?
Going on 2 years. 2 years actually married, 10 years together.
Oh wow! Congratulations. I think, me personally, I think it requires way more time and energy to be single than married.
Really?
100%.
100%. Sure.
Yeah.
It requires way more energy to be single than to be married.
Yeah, bro.
Without a doubt.
Explain. I want to hear. Let me see your rationale.
We don't have. We have the mic. Then you got to get in the camera view. So you got to go sit between them. Like you got to crouch on some hidden tiger crouching. Yeah, you'd have to like crouch in between those two chairs of them. Make sure you don't hit that camera.
Just leave the chair.
You just got to crouch, bro.
Leave the chair. Leave the chair.
Right there. Right
Drop
there. Down.
Get your eat along.
No, leave it. Run. Crouch. Right there. Crouch down.
Crouch down.
Yes.
Yeah. Let's go, coach.
Okay.
Yes, go for it. Okay, go ahead. You're good now.
Okay. I can't even think straight, but that's crazy.
You're good.
So, yeah, when you're single, you have to remember a whole bunch of things that you don't need to remember when you're married. Especially when you're dating with 3, 4, 5 different people at the same time. Before you know it, you'd be like, "What'd I tell Maria? I don't remember." Yo, Tanika, what? What's your name again? That's crazy. You start looking crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I've been married 17 years. Same woman, 21 years. Greatest decision I ever made in my life. I'm so good because she, like a long time ago, she'd always lead a lot of conversations with, babe, you know what I was thinking? And I try to be with her, and I'd be like, yeah, I knew that. And then like years later, after we was together for so long, she hit me with the same thing. Babe, you know what I was thinking? I was like, nah, no. And she got offended. And this was like 19 years in, right? And I was like, no. She said, hold up, whoa, you never did it that way. I was like, nah, but when I stopped trying to think what you was thinking, I become way happier.
100%. But I'm telling you, man, it's a lot of time, money, distraction for sure. You go out? You be going out?
I'm more of a homebody now. I've been out here for Atlanta for like a year and 3 months now. That first 3-4 months. I was outside a little bit, but now I'm a homebody.
Used to be a party porn.
I used to be in the nightlife, so I went out a lot. Like I used to be out 3 nights a week, but it was
you fishing every night.
Well, that was what I did in the business. That was what I did. That was my full-time income.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Find your wife, man. It's that time.
I heard you.
You think would you offer that advice?
Yeah, for sure.
That's the right answer for a 2 year.
Especially where you are.
Yeah. What do you say?
You can't really give no other answer to that.
Right.
Yeah, I know.
Nah, bro. Hey, man, don't do it. Don't do it, Miss Silly. Don't do it.
Yo, get home. Your key's not working.
Oh, for sure. How has being married impacted your business?
A lot. I mean, she does a lot of stuff that like she's not like the face, and she does a lot of stuff. She gives me a lot of ideas. She makes sure the kids are good. Allowed me to it's so much better, honestly. And it's you get to focus in. And for me, especially when we started like this business together, it was like the first business that we did together. I got to see her strengths. She got to see my strengths, and
was it easy?
that made our relationship better.
Really?
Way better.
Oh, bro.
I feel like no,
Couple years in, it almost took us apart.
Nah, being
the
honest.
business?
So before, just to give you guys, a little insight
I'll
on
explain it.
personal life. Like we were having this back and forth, like should we be together, should we not be together, and it was like always a constant battle. She had her own business, her own thing that she did. I had my own thing that I did, but we didn't do anything together. And then when we started this, the Airbnbs, and we started getting it, and she did her things, and we worked together, and we got to see each other more. I got to see her and I was like, damn, like that's turning me on. Like you doing, okay, I like that. You taking lead, and I got to see that in her, and then she got to see my strengths, and we started to like work together as a unit, as being business partners, but also in a relationship. So when we started, doing these things together, that really brought us together more. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Interesting.
He said, not the same.
Bro, we're just now getting back to being able to work together. Because she runs like the event area. And, bro, that door open. My whole tone was about to change. I was about to be like, yeah, we just got started, and it's the best thing that ever happened to me. Best decision of my life.
Yeah, he's crazy.
So I think one of the challenges was, let's say Zell, for instance. I'd be like, Zell, let's send this proposal to this client with this verbiage. And Zell would be like, all right, cool. If he has any clarifying questions, he'd be like, yo, is there anything else we missing? I'd be like, no, let's do it. He'll send it over. Boom, that's our relationship. My wife, though, I'll say, send this proposal to this lady. And
Her verbiage.
It'd be so much like, no, so why would you send it to her and not her business partner? Or, no, we can't send it right now. We got to send it tomorrow. No, we need a day to think. I'm like, yo, bro, just
Send it.
send that joint, boo. You know what I mean? But it creates a different dynamic because now it carries over into going home.
Life, yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not just we leave it here. You don't like the way I said something to you here. You know what I mean? And then when we get home, we got to deal with it. But we're learning. We're getting better.
Is that woman or that's just your wife? Because I feel like that's all. Let me not.
Nah, you was doing good. Don't mess it up, bro. You was doing good. But you can't say this. You can't say it the same way to them as you can somebody
I agree.
that it's their job or objective to carry this out.
Right.
And he doesn't go
I
home with
agree.
it. He stays at work as well.
Yo, that was hilarious, bro. So yeah, we want to talk to these entrepreneurs. We're gonna wrap up in a little bit. Hey, listen, we want to get somebody to if you want to call in, go to socialproofhotline.com. socialproofhotline.com. We want to get one more Q&A in. We love talking to y'all live, man. We really, really love talking to y'all live. So go to socialproofhotline.com. It'll give you a direct link to be able to join the call live. You can ask any questions and join the conversation, okay? socialproofhotline.com, okay? All right, so 2024, gentlemen, what are you seeing as changes, just period, in the entrepreneurial landscape? I just see a lot. I was just talking to my man Omar. I was in Vegas yesterday, and I was sharing with him that the entrepreneurship was the overarching message for the last, I'll say, 10 years, meaning everybody wanted to be an entrepreneur. But in 2016, it was like uncool to have a job.
Yeah.
That was like the ringing theme online, right? Yo, you need to be an entrepreneur. Well, now what I'm seeing is you must be a content creator.
Oh, yep. That's awesome.
Got to. So I'm seeing that as a shift in the industry where people aren't saying, I want to leave my job, but they're saying, I want to be a name. You know what I mean? So that's just kind of how I see, like for instance, in the Airbnb space, there will be jobs that are created, specific content creators for Airbnbs, where it's your job to go get the testimonials and to shoot the content and all that kind of stuff. And I don't, see what's going on around this particular area. But I just know that every industry is going to be opening up with media. Not that it always wasn't there, but this is now a central focus. But just in business in general, what are some things you all are seeing?
I mean, I like what you're saying, because even if you look at companies like like the Amazon, like they have like Amazon creators. Like I know someone who's a creator for Amazon, creators for TikTok, and I think like for me, entrepreneurship is like social media now. It's like like influencers, and you can no longer. I remember, right? I was in network marketing. Right? I was doing network marketing, and there was particularly two gentlemen that went off and they started doing. They were like Instagram comedians or social media comedians, right? And people would like clown them, like, "Oh, like, well, you should be still doing this," and right? Yeah. And they're very successful now. They're doing great, right? But that's I've seen that shift of entrepreneurship, and now you can no longer look at somebody and say, like, "Why are you doing that?" Or you want to be a content creator, or you want to be a gamer, like. Oh, they're getting to it, right? They're getting to it, and now there's so many. There's like the space as an entrepreneur is like just growing. Like you could literally, somebody could say something. I'm like, it's very possible. But a few years ago, you look at somebody, you're like, oh, I don't know why you wasting your time with that.
100%. Yeah, for sure. You see any changes in the entrepreneurial landscape as a whole?
Yeah, absolutely. Shoot, I would piggyback off of what y'all said. Content is king, and it's like what you realize is it's not even the person who's best at what they do that can make the most money now. It's like a lot of times the person who can create the most viral content or put out the most volume. Like you touched base on him earlier, I forget his name, but when we talk about like he might be the best rapper, right? But if someone is maybe not as good, but they're putting out something every day, they're showing up more, that person's gonna win, right? So we're in a time now where building up your personal brand is super, super essential. And I was talking to one of my friends. He's a content creator. We were talking about the difference between a business owner and a content creator. And I was like, he was telling me his model of how he makes money. And low key, I got jealous. I'm like, you don't have no overhead. Makes the same money, but has no overhead. And all he does is leverage his platform, right? He does like promos, charges $5,000, $10,000, $15,000 a pop. And I'm like, wow, if you build a platform, you literally can, do whatever you need to do, create financial freedom. So definitely super, super important in 2024.
Facts.
With children too, the influence on children, what do you say to your son, your daughter, who says, I want to be a YouTuber when I grow up?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, let's jump in here.
And that changed. You say that years ago. Get teachers to tell you you need to get a job, right? You need to be more realistic. But now somebody says that. So like I said, like that's why I feel like that, like the social media and the way, like there's so many ways to become an entrepreneur now. You can't look at a kid and they say, I want to be a YouTuber when I grow up. I want to be a social media influencer. You're like, Yeah, let's
Yeah,
get
it's a
busy.
real thing, bro.
Right?
The kids don't want to be firemen anymore.
Mm-hmm.
They want to be YouTubers. So yeah, man, let's let everybody know how to. I appreciate y'all coming through, man.
Appreciate you.
This is a really real cool conversation. I rocks with y'all, man. I rocks with y'all.
Appreciate you.
Let everybody know how they can connect with you and how they can support you.
For sure. So my name is Jay Dinkins. Y'all can call me Jay Dinkins. On Instagram, it's at the TheJDinkins. And I do free workshops every single week. It's super simple to become a part of it. All you got to do is go to www.employeeexitplan.com, and I look forward to connecting with you.
Love that.
And I am at Darius Benders on all platforms. We do a free workshop every week where we help entrepreneurs. But you can tap into me for 5 days this upcoming week, actually, at credit2cash, the number 2 cashplay.com. Spend 5 days with us. We're going to show you how to fix your credit, build your credit, set up your business, and how to go out and get 100,000 plus in funding so that you could scale appropriately.
100,000. Mm-hmm. I like that. Is there anything that we missed, y'all? Is there any part of the conversation you could think of that we missed? Anything you want to share?
I think just to recap, if you're someone who's in that beginning phase, you feel like you can't figure this thing out. Again, stay in the game, but more importantly, by any means, find the people who are winning, get around them, and winning is contagious. And it's not easy being an entrepreneur, right? So I would never say it's easy, but it is simple. I believe it's just skill set times mindset, and if you increase those two things for a long enough period of time, you will get to your goal.
I love it.
I'll say this, being that we've been talking about the coaching space and the mentorship and that growing. I would say this because I know some people are like skeptical about getting coaches and they don't know who to trust. And if I was to give you any advice, is when looking for a mentor, a coach, you want to find coaches that are not only qualified but also capable. Qualified meaning that they have done the thing. Mm-hmm. So if I, as an Airbnb coach, said, hey, I made $100,000 in a year, I'm qualified to teach you how to make $100,000 in a year because I did it. Yep. It doesn't mean that I'm capable. It doesn't mean that I have the ability to teach you in a way to where when you receive it, you say, I get that. Mm. So there are many people out there that are qualified and they're using their qualifications to get people to join their programs, to be mentored by them. But it doesn't mean that they have the ability to teach you. Mm-hmm. So when you're looking for coaches, right, you want to find people who are qualified, that they have actually done the thing, but you also have to make sure they have the ability to connect with you in a way that you say, you know what, I understand that. Because when you understand something, you're going to go and do it. Like if you think about the child in school, right, and the teacher asks a question and you got the one kid, he's like, pick me. Why? They knew the answer. Whoever taught them that thing, they knew it. They were very confident. So if you can find a coach that'll make you go like this because you are confident that you know it, then you're going to go out there and execute on things.
Facts.
That's a fact. That's good. Mm-hmm. That's good right there. Hey, man, make sure you follow these two brothers. Powerful. We're going to continue to watch their growth over the next couple of years. Y'all know that we are coming up on July 4th and 5th, Podcast Summit 24. I'm telling you all, this is not one that you want to miss. Oh, we got a call in? Who that? Yeah. Let's take this one call in right fast. Shantae? Maybe you always be on to come as soon as we leaving. What up? How you doing, sis?
Hi, can you see me?
So yes, make sure you mute wherever YouTube is playing.
I mean, if it's time to go, I can.
No. If YouTube is playing in your background, mute that. Mute YouTube. Because we're getting feedback.
Okay, it's good now?
Yes, yep, you're good to go.
Okay.
Welcome.
Hi. I was the one who, hi everybody, my name is Shantae. I was the one who did the chat asking you about if you're still considering using Pinterest for your business. Okay. And you told me to come on live, so I'm not really sure. I'm a little nervous, but.
Were you getting prepared this whole time?
Yes and no. I've been trying to call in and the link, it just wasn't coming up, so I just typed it in myself and I had to.
It's all good.
Technical stuff, basically.
So you good? Are you a Pinterest expert?
Yes, I am.
Really? What makes you an expert?
Okay, well, let me phrase. So I know more than the
I like
average
you so
person.
much.
I know. I'm like, let me be for real. So yeah, but I know more than the average person. Sorry.
Okay.
Zay?
So what do you? How can Pinterest help our businesses?
So I feel like Pinterest can help your business because a lot of people think that Pinterest is another social media, but it acts more as a search engine. So it's more along the lines of Google and YouTube. Yeah, a lot of people, because like when you go on Pinterest, if you think about Pinterest, Pinterest doesn't, people when they go on Pinterest, they don't really think, oh, I'm going on there to socialize. They're usually going on there to plan something or to get inspired for something.
Okay. So are you pitching me?
Yeah, a little bit.
All right. So what's the offer? Yeah. What's the proposal?
So basically what my offer is to manage your Pinterest. So do monthly management for your Pinterest account. I do believe that blogging can help as well, but that's a separate thing. Right now we're just gonna focus on Pinterest. I want to
I
offer
would. You know what?
monthly
I would rather have someone build out a newsletter for me.
Oh, okay. Like a newsletter on your blog or email?
Yeah. What newsletters you build? Nella, I don't know.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. I'll let her go.
No, go ahead.
Steal her light. Go ahead.
No, you good.
Okay. All right. Okay. So are you building Pinterest pages now?
Yes, I am.
You got a successful one you can show me?
No, not currently. Not that's taken off. Again, like I'm more of new, so I haven't had one that's taken off.
That's cool. Are you trying
Yes,
to?
let me do-
Let me ask you
do
this:
it.
Are you looking for me to pay you to build it, or you want to build it and use me as a launching pad for your business?
I like to use you as a launching pad. So I'm willing to build. Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, you smart.
You smart. You
Smart.
Loyal.
I like that.
Where do you live? Where do you live?
Currently, I'm in North Carolina, but I do live in Georgia. I'm visiting my sister, helping her out right now.
Oh, what part of Georgia?
Douglasville. It's like 20, 30 minutes outside of Atlanta.
You said Douglasville? Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. Cool. All right. Yeah. So, all right. Take this email.
Okay.
Take this email. It is. Yeah, man. Shoot your shot out here. Support.
Yeah, I mean, I'm like, come on now.
To support.
You got good energy.
Sorry?
Support at davidneversleeps.com. Support
Okay.
at davidneversleeps.com.
Okay.
And send an email discussing what we discussed. And I'm sure Kay and I will reach out to you Monday.
Okay, cool. I'm literally going to send that in less than 5 minutes. I'm sending that right now.
good.
What I'm going to send is like a wrap up of what we just talked about, let you know I came here on the live, and that is going to include a link to a PDF of the of an audit. So I've already audited your Pinterest account, and that's going to.
She's on it.
I like that.
Yeah,
What's more impressive
I'm
is
not playing. Okay, I'm not. So it's going to include basically just an audit, let you know where your account currently is and where it could go. I've also included some sample pins that I've created in there as well.
got it. Okay. Yeah, let's do it. I mean, I'm more impressed because I didn't even know I had a Pinterest, so shouts out
Yeah,
to
you do. It ain't good, but you have one.
Sure. I ain't mad at that.
All
right.
It will be
Wow.
beneficial, and like people are already like pinning your content there. So I searched
Oh,
your
wow.
name, and yeah, so they're already. So it's probably people who are watching like either your Instagram and they're pinning it from their Instagram, or if they're watching it on YouTube, then they're pinning it and saving it for later.
Got it. Okay. All right. Let's get it. All right.
I like that.
I'm looking forward to the
thank you.
email.
Have a good one.
All right. I'll talk to you later.
Bye.
All right. Who else we got? DeMonte. What's up? Who else we got? DeMonte. What's up? Hit mute on your YouTube. Hit mute on your YouTube. Okay. Whatever you're listening to this at. Not on the phone. Wherever you're listening to the show at, make sure you mute that. Not on the phone.
I got you.
Listening to the show at?
Yeah, I got you. I'm listening to it on TV.
Okay, yeah, just mute your TV. We appreciate you tuning in. Oh,
Yes,
for
sir.
sure.
Yeah, I just wanted to
Did you,
get
did you give a super chat today?
Nah, I ain't give a super chat, but I'm.
That's cool. That's cool. Keep your little money. It's all good.
Yeah, man.
Say no. Say no.
You said, get him out of here.
Nah, what's up? How can we support you, brother?
I just really had a question about my photography and videography business. I've been running it for 2 years now, and I just really wanted to take it to the next level. I'm located in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. As you guys know, we lost the national championship this year. So with Nick Saban, with him retiring and everything, I actually just wanted to know how to take it to the next level with promoting and everything.
Okay, so how do you promote your photography business? Are you good?
Oh yeah, I'm real good, man. I've been learning for 2 years now, and we really just getting into it, like on the photography side. But bouncing back from photography and videography is kind of hard, learning all these things from going to Photoshop and Lightroom and these different things. But I learned a lot now to where I'm ready to just take off with it. I feel like my skill set I could get paid more, what I'm saying, off of my skill set instead of just trying to help people and I've been doing free promotions and everything, trying to help people get in and things like that. So now I'm just ready to take off.
Darius, JD, y'all answer that for me. Let's do it. Just give him a little coaching session.
Okay. Did you say that you were working for Nick Saban? Is that what you said?
Oh, no, I'm not working for Nick Saban. I said we're down here. I'm located in Tuscaloosa.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. So what I would do is, so right now you're doing a lot of free work. Have you gotten testimonials and customer reviews from all of those people that you've done the free work for?
Yeah, they share my work. I have a business page, Facebook, and things like that. So
Okay.
yeah, they share all that. These
Okay.
different types of
Cool. So the thing you want to do, bro, is again, a lot of times it's about target audience. So if the people you're currently serving, you feel like they don't want to pay your price points, then that's not your ideal audience. So more so, it seems like you're looking to get into premium price, which means you're going to want to typically go B2B. So you're going to look for businesses that are established, maybe like restaurants, right? Maybe mom and pop shops that have that consistent revenue and that can afford your service, right? You're going to be looking for quality over quantity. That's just what it is when you talk about getting into a premium price. And you really have to package your offers so to the point where they're so attractive to the audience. Like I got a friend of mine, he has a videography business, and he works with 5 companies, and each company pays him $6K every single month, and that's all he works with for the year. So he has it's almost like a high ticket recurring revenue. So if you can go to those businesses that are already established, create your offers so it's consistent, so they know every month exactly what they're getting, and you're over delivering, then yeah, you'll be good.
Gotcha,
That'll be my suggestion.
If I was a business, or I am, or if you were right, like how would you pitch to me? Like what would you tell me? Like how would you tell me, like as far as what you do so I can pay you?
So yeah, my company goes by the name of Royal Productions, and we shoot professional videography, and we also take professional photography pictures. So basically what I would say is, are you guys interested in, do you guys need corporate photos? Are you guys up to date with corporate headshots and things like that? Basically, I haven't got my pitch down yet, but I've been working.
Yeah. So think of it, right? Think of that, because like for me, it's like I'm always looking to pay people, but you have to give me a reason. But I would also say that there's a bunch of people taking videos and photos. So I would say think from more of a perspective of how can you impact that company that you're talking to? What separates you from every other person that's taking pictures, that's doing videos? Like how could you, like if JD is looking for somebody to take videos or pictures on for my Airbnb business, how is it going to take my business to the next level? And if you think from that perspective, right, and you go in and not saying, hey, I take pictures, I do videos, but you say, hey, I can by me taking these type of videos and doing it specifically for you, it'll allow your business to now do this, which will allow you to bring in more income. You know what I'm saying? So it's a different perspective than just saying, hey, I do videos, I do pictures. And even if you say, hey, I'll do videos, I do pictures, I'll work for free, versus you telling me how you're gonna add value. Because for me, if I can find somebody who's gonna add value to me and it makes sense, if it makes sense, it just makes sense. You know what I mean?
Right.
I understand that all business owners are looking for, do you help them make more money? Right. So you go to them, and we talked about, content creation, how important it is in 2024. Do some homework, look at some stats. Hey, businesses that are putting out more content are more relevant. Maybe you find a statistic that talks about content creation and the effect of generating leads, and you bring that to them and propose them, and just make sure that you deliver on what you tell them you're going to deliver on, and how they're going to make more money.
Do you edit videos, by the way?
Say one more time.
Do you edit the videos too?
I edit everything.
Okay. Yeah, I know people that they take videos, they don't edit. And I'm like, I gotta find somebody else to edit too. I'm
a one-stop shop.
I just need one person to do both.
Right.
All right,
but
cool.
yeah, it's a real big, deal on having that creative level down to edit and everything too. So that's why I learned the process and everything. So now it's just more learning the business side and learning the pitch to get everything down. So I've been watching you guys, for a good little minute. So that's why I wanted to get on and ask questions, to see how I can elevate my businesses to get them to the level that they need to be at,
How many businesses are you talking to a week?
Right now, this is my first time actually doing this. So I'm going to actually go out this week. Well, it's the end of the week. This week is Friday. So next week, I'm actually going to start fresh and start, getting my proposal together and get my pitch where I can, have the right presentation to be able to attract those clients.
Okay. Yeah, do that. And then, again, everywhere where there's traffic, you start today. You don't got to wait a week. You start today.
Successful
Best
people
time
think
to start
today.
would be now. That's it.
Successful people think today. Unsuccessful people think tomorrow.
Facts.
Gotcha.
Yeah, facts. My boy in his court bag.
Yes, sir.
Right, you good?
Yes, sir. I appreciate you guys, man.
All right. I was here the whole time. All right, my brother. We will see you later. All right, y'all.
He said, did I answer you?
But yeah, man. So listen, we are now in the creator economy, and there's only one place you need to be. July 4th and 5th. That's Podcast Summit. Podcastsummit.com. If you want to start a podcast, you want to start this podcast, but you haven't because you don't know what type of material, you don't know what type of equipment, you don't know what the show theme needs to be, you don't know how it's going to make money. Well, you need to go to podcastsummit.com. Podcastsummit.com. Today only, we have a very special promo code, okay? Today only. If you use promo code FREESMOKE, you'll get 25% off today. Get your tickets, but we'll be back next week. But taking us out, we are going to play a short video of the recap of last year. It was magical. You understand? It was literally a life-changing event. And we got so many testimonials of people who went last year who are like serious content creators this year. So we got a bunch of special surprises for you all. But I will be in your city traveling on tour for Podcast Summit this year. So just go to podcastsummit.com/tour. You'll see where I'm at. But grab your tickets right now. We will sell out this event. And we have a hotel room block, so you want to get that now, okay? So go to podcastsummit.com, and we're going to take y'all to watch a short documentary. It says my mic is out. I'm good? Okay. Okay, when did it cut off? Or when was it not working? Was it not working the whole time? Dang. Yeah. All right, well, we're good now. All right, so, dang, I'm not going to sell that whole thing again. Okay, all right. So use promo code FREESMOKE, get 25% off. Use FREESMOKE at podcastsummit.com. I will be touring. We're on a 10-city tour, actually. Tonight, we'll be in McDonough, Georgia. Free event, pull up. We are going to give you this game on podcasting, but also you're going to be doing some activity too. I got a dope group exercise, so make sure you meet me in McDonough or any of the other cities on podcastsummit.com/tour. But I'll get you tickets to meet us July 4th and 5th. We're going to show you a quick recap of what we did last year. Nella.
Podcast Summit 2023, baby. We in the building.
What we doing? Yeah, Podcast Summit. That's what we're doing.
This is one of those events that if you miss, you actually miss something. Everybody knows media is taking over, and David Shands is leading the front.
It isn't just about building a podcast and finding your message. It's about truly leveraging the power of podcasting.
Create, don't wait. Everyone here is a content creator or emerging content creator or aspiring content creator, and we have learned the tools necessary to create our own work.
I think it's a lot of people that just didn't register that are coming. You know what I mean?
Sure. I mean, we're not tripping on general.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
if I told them, hey, look, if they're not on it, we'll double check. If we got to add it, I want everyone logged so we know what the final number is.
Yeah.
I'm really just tripping off of, the VIP mastermind. So we have certain limits for all those.
Yeah.
The preparation for the Podcast Summit was grueling. Providing this experience for creators of color, the sun, the vibes, the feel of Miami, it was all worth it.
We do have a limit on All-Star. There's a certain amount of people we can feed.
Well, we don't have a limit anymore because we have the bigger room.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll just have to pay for it.
Got it.
Yeah, so you technically could still sell All-Star Masterminds or have people upgrade.
What do we deliver to a broad audience of people who are in the podcasting space?
I came here to learn more about branding and how to expand it into a podcast.
Some people are interested in podcasts, and they're coming to find out how they can finally launch this podcast that's in their head.
So I'm also here to learn about how I can monetize my podcast that I'm looking to launch in September and protect my brand legally.
Well, there's another group of people who have been podcasting, but they have no idea what they're doing. It's not growing. They're not getting more views. They're not getting more downloads.
I want to learn how to monetize. I want to learn how to grow. I just want to learn how to, engage with the people more. I'm just a mom who just wanted to do something crazy.
But you're holding it intentionally so there's more energy outside.
Correct.
Got it. Okay. All right. Well, do your thing, man. If we're behind, how do we make up for it, or we just push everything back a little bit?
I think there are breaks that will naturally adjust.
Got it.
And
Okay.
get us back on track. Yeah.
What's the lobby looking like? Is it busy? Are they out there? Did they show up? So once I got out on the stage, I looked out and I saw a packed room on a Sunday. I was just energized. I was really just blown away because now I know that the people are here. We're about to feed.
You see it? Y'all see it? Do you see it? In the back, do y'all see it? Can y'all feel it? Y'all know it? Your life is going to change in the next 12 months.
Let me tell you about something I've never seen before. I've never actually seen a podcast booth set up for creatives to create in real time. So I'm talking about networking on steroids. You just met somebody in the room. You want to actually have a quick little interview or a quick little meeting. You could take them into one of the booths, ask them all the questions you really want to ask them in real time, record and document that, and actually put that content out right now. I've never seen that before. Crazy.
Get where you need to get to how that feel.
That would be Andre.
Camera was shaking during the podcast interview, so we got to figure something out.
I think when you're looking at production of anything, you should always be looking at it from a pessimistic perspective. What can I do to improve? What can I do to make this thing better? It might be the smallest change. People aren't looking at what's wrong. You could record a whole episode and there's a trash can behind you that nobody sees because nobody's looking at what's wrong. They're only looking at, oh, this is a good shot.
Yeah, that's the one thing you can't hide doing a live event. You know what I mean? Like, say I launch a book. You don't know how many I sold. You know what I mean? Say I launch a t-shirt brand. Hey, get the shirts. I can be like, yo, it's popping. People are buying the shirts. Almost sold out. But a live event, like, if nobody's there, everybody knows that nobody's there.
One of my biggest takeaways from the podcast summit so far was like an aha moment first when Donnie said, don't edit. I was like, mind blown because I be doing the most with trying to edit my podcast and stuff. I actually launched my podcast yesterday, and then I got to actually experience the content room, and I got to film some episodes for my podcast.
I have been able to network from the moment I got off my plane. Thank you guys so much for the podcast summit. This has been an amazing experience, and this is just day one.
Who believes they have a 7-figure podcast inside of them? It sounds good. It sounds real good. Get pen and paper out. Let's get to work.
Me and my partner Donnie made an offer more on the entrepreneurial side where you can have us as business partners.
David gets really nervous about asking for the money. He gets excited about the product. He wants to do it all the time. Oh yeah, we're gonna do this. But when it's time to ask for the money, he gets scared and it's all on me.
It's David Shands, ladies and gentlemen.
What's up, it's Rashad, one half of Earn Your Leisure. I'm at the podcast summit right now. My boy David Shands put it together, and it's very important that we have this kind of dialogue because there's no blueprint, there's no college course to actually learn how to, be a superstar in a new age in media. So these type of formats, these type of programs are extremely important.
Right now,
Yeah.
I've been wanting to create. I've always wanted to be the one. But
I can
it's the consistency part when shit ain't working, so we get stuck.
Yeah.
So
Here go the thing. You don't know if it's not working. That's the problem. So like I said, when we was doing Thank God It's Monday, we had 50 people watching. Was it working or not? It was. We just didn't see the evidence till later.
Okay.
What's faith? The substance.
Things hope for and evidence things.
So if you got faith that it's gonna work, as long as you know, listen, I say this, if you can get 5 people to listen, you can get 10. If you can get 10, you can get 50. If you can get 50, you can get 200. You see what I'm saying? If you got people right, and so a lot of people get caught up because they don't got the big numbers and they ain't got the huge following.
Right.
Stay consistent with the content.
On the side, but again, like you said, we don't want to box her in.
I mean, if we can have them placed and then just quickly from here, right here, after they sit.
That works so good. We are setting up the set for the baddest. She is interviewing a surprise celebrity guest.
Well, Rick Ross isn't coming anymore. He was supposed to be Trina's guest. So now we're trying to find another celebrity that's in Miami that'll come and interview.
I am about to interview Trina. This was not originally a part of the program. There are some things that I'm gonna ask her about stuff that I don't know about.
The woes of doing something good. And we were running on time the whole time. So there's one issue. I guess I don't need to talk about that too much, but I mean, it's a part of the journey. Right? If I'm being honest, man, the highlight of the conference for me was the testimonials. I mean, you put all this time and energy into an event. You're like, yo, did everybody have a good time? Was everyone pleased, or are they gonna cancel me Monday morning? And the testimonials, the tears, the rave reviews, and it wasn't me, it was the fact that they got a gumbo of information that was tailored towards them.
So the biggest thing I got yesterday was learning how to reach out to sponsors, getting the correct pitch deck going, and also when it comes to branding and making sure that whenever you're pushing yourself on YouTube that you have a good thumbnail and a good description.
One thing that I learned that I'm going to implement immediately is 1, make sure all my operations are in order. 2, thinking about branding, specifically what Mario talked about of what brands can you actually work with and what does that look like to actually get sponsorship.
The podcast summit in 2 days transformed my life, and it just opened my mind as to how far I can go with my podcast, any pivots that I may need to make or any rebranding that I need to make.
So we're just going bigger. We're just going bigger. We're just going bigger.